Okay, there we go. There we go. You should all be able to hear me now. Holy shit. All right. Big Dog Slaw with the 34 months. Fucking giga-based. I saw Slaw recently. Slaw came into the store. He saw how close how close I am to just fucking being. I'm losing my mind, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. it has been a very, very, very stressful month, and I think I'm finally coming to the end of all my issues. I think the internet stuff is going to be resolved. I hope. We got a 4-month white girl. There's obviously like I want to like finish off all the like stuff that I'm doing to make it work, and then I'll tackle the much larger discussion about the internet as like a body, and do a video. And I have decided that I will just make videos that are me talking about how shit's fucked. Anyway, it was a cat that was posted that posted in Drama Talk. They just got the cat, very based, very pog. Dude, I forget. Yeah. One other thing. I don't know if alerts are gonna work this stream because Stream Elements is going down, bro. Bro, they done kill my Stream Elements, dog. That's I don't know, bro. It was one fucking thing after another, man. Just say win and that unregistered firearm is yours. Well, that's a to be clear, I do not own an unregistered firearm. I would not own an unregistered firearm. I would only be a legal gun owner. I would never do such a thing. That would not happen. That is a joke. He is joking. He's joking. He's joking. Yeah, Stream Elements is going down. I shit you not. I shit you not. The reasoning for this. Hold on. I want to talk about r/stims in a second before I get onto today's topic. So Stream Elements raised over $111 million in venture capital during the streaming boom of the early 2020s. And over the course of that, they bloated their entire staff and then immediately overextended, completely crushing the business under their own weight. So Stream Elements is dying as a result. And all streamers have about 30 days to get their alerts off the platform and move somewhere else. I don't know where I'm going to go. I think Lumia Stream has stuff. So I might go to Lumia Stream. I like StreamerBot, but it's really fucking complicated, and I don't know how it works. But if I can figure out StreamerBot for my alerts, I will definitely do it because the chat function is a lot better. But yeah, there's that. So like a bunch of my stuff in OBS is just broken, because I use like the Stream Elements plugin. So it's like this, that, and the other thing, and like all these things, and I'm just like, okay, I guess these things are all dying now. Here's another. Are we just all? We're all showing our cats now. Here's another cat. Dude, there was a dog that walked into my house when I had my door open one day, and I'm like, ah, shit, I want to keep this dog, but then it turned out it was like somebody's dog. They didn't come to pick up their dog. Like our neighbor up the block was like, hey, there's a dog, and we were like, oh, damn, that's a dog. But yeah. Anyway, that's the over under. Okay. KJ, I know that you're like, here you go. Here's the thing for stream organizing. But I literally, you gotta understand, I thought KJ just sent me a thing called Tanga Interactive Streaming, and I was about to be like, we are not that desperate yet. But yeah, it's just been like one thing after another for me. So everything's been really exhausting. The internet stuff has been really exhausting. I was gonna stream yesterday, but then I was like doing like hardcore day laboring related activities. In case you're curious, guys, I cut down a tree yesterday to help save some money, and it was not fun in 80-degree weather, and my back hurts and I feel like shit. And I really haven't had like a day to rest. I know I haven't been on stream, but I genuinely / seriously have not. I know I keep getting on stream and saying that, but it's just been really exhausting lately. So I can't even, you know, it's been not great. So, but yeah, I am lucky enough that I at least get to come on here and fucking stream. Anyway, I discovered r/stims yesterday before we get into today's topic. I don't know how many of you people use Reddit. I'm not a big Redditor, but as you guys know, I take a legal prescription for lisdexamfetamine, aka 5-ants. And it's like been crazy for my work. My production's never been higher, is what I'm saying. But I thought this was really funny because everybody on here is like recreationally taking stimulants, right? And I'm reading the post on here, and there's stuff like, Coke made me gay with my roommate, please help. I swear to God, I'm so straight, but my roommate gay as hell. Which has never been very relevant, because he never showed any interest in me. But last night, we both got high, and we didn't fuck. Though I'd argue what we were doing was gayer than fucking. Actually, how do I go forward, though? I'm stressed out. Period. I'm not gay. Me and my roommate have a tradition that every Saturday we both get as fucked up as possible on what we have left in the baggie after the week. Last night, before he came home, I did a bunch of coke and started painting. It spilled so much water and paint on our coffee tables. After he got home, he was going to do a couple lines off the table and then chat with me, but he can't use the table now, and he's pissed. Our other roommate gets so pressed when we do coke off the kitchen bench, so that table's the only comfortable spot. I'm sorry, this guy is gay. this guy entered the gay avatar state, the gavatar state, dude. Guys, I'm not gay. I just live with all of these roommates and we all do coke communally and then we paint. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's just what you are, what you say you are, dude. It was a joke, I swear. And he can do a line off me instead, even though we were like 100 other non-gay solutions. What are you talking about, dude? I'm lying on my back on the couch and I'm super high. And he like sits on top of me and gets out the coke and tells me to take my shirt off so nothing gets absorbed into the fabric. As a joke. No, it's not. What do you mean? Dude, I'm actually so upset that none of my alerts are going to work because Stream Elements is dying. Fuck. Fuck, guys, I'll have it fixed for next stream. There's something new every week. And I swear it's not just because it was hot and I was sweating, and not because I'm gay. Okay, this might have been a little gay on my part. Dude, this is fake, right? This guy is like, okay, I guess it was a little gay. He's like coming to the rationalization of that it's gay. I'm not gonna go into detail about what happened after that, but it was gay. It was gay as hell for like 3 hours. No penis in the butt stuff though. Lots of doing lines off of me and leaving fat ass hickeys. Wait, so you like made out with your roommate, your gay roommate, but you're not gay? I'm sorry, brother, but the rules are as they stand, you know? Eat 100 pussies, nobody bats an eye. Suck one penis and you're gay, alright? If you kiss your gay roommate, you're gay. And redosing to be gayer and gayer. Dude, he's going gay, super gay in 3, dude. Super gay in 3. Is this like, am I the asshole? But instead, is it just, am I gay? I mean, I would hope not. I don't know. It was sensual with a girl. After being gay, we watched a shitty movie and cuddled or whatever. And we're like making out periodically and giving each other little kisses or whatever. And then I end the night by knocking myself out with ketamine and going to sleep. Okay, brother, I was gonna give you like a pass for like doing the line, like you doing lines off of your homie, right? I was gonna give you a break, but like you're like, and then we just like made out and stuff, but it wasn't, not like a gay makeout, just like a two homies cuddling on the couch, kind of night. I just woke up and I haven't spoken to him yet today, but what the fuck do I do? I'm not gay. I don't want to pursue anything gay. Someone help. I don't know what to say to him. Seriously, what am I supposed to do? Fucking help me, Reddit. Bro, you gay as fuck. uh, you're bisexual and that's okay. Talk to him. You're making it weird. I was too scared to talk to him, and he was out anyway. So I went to our other roommate for advice, and she looked really confused and told me that she always thought I was bi, Lamau. So I think you're right. Still too scared to talk to him. Diesel, have you seen Kitchen Cells? It's funny as fuck. I need to do a Kitchen Cells stream because Kitchen Cells is like worthy of its of its own stream. All right. So one other thing, last thing before we get into Tyler Catastrophe, there's an activity that they partake on here called stim-fapping, and I was curious what that is, right? Because my libido is like way different on lisdexamfetamine than off of it. Okay. I don't know how many of you like have ADHD and what your experience is like taking medication. But like since getting on Vyvanse, my libido is like fucking crazy. Okay. Not like I'm like foaming at the mouth or anything, but like if in a scenario where I am being sexual with someone, I like last forever. But also it feels like a billion times more amazing. But so what to follow up on that, stim-fapping is these guys take like a shitload of amphetamines, right? And what they do after taking the amphetamines is they just jerk off like crazy. They just like crank the hog so hard, and they're doing it wherever. There was like a guy who he was like, yeah, man, I'm homeless. I climbed up in a tree and I had the best fucking jerk off of my life inside a tree at a public park. And it's like, what do you even mean? Right? So apparently when you jerk off while on stimulants, all of the dopamine flowing into you just makes it all feel like 10 times as good as it did before. It's like crazy. You know, I've been thinking of taking like a bunch of iron and zinc supplements and then seeing how that affects the results after stim-fapping. Diesel will inform us about the status of his libido and wonders why people are mating in his chat. No. Okay, so here's the reason, right? Right? Look, I don't really have a good excuse, actually. What am I saying, dude? What am I saying? It's not like I'm trying to encourage you guys to mate, which is a horrible way to describe that. I don't want to describe it that way, okay? But, like, I'm just saying it for, like, a comedic effect. I'm not saying it to be like, guys, we should all start fucking cranking that shit, you know? Like, that's not what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. How is that even possible? A lot of things. A lot of things. It was just like one of those things where I'm like, huh, I knew this would change. Look, if you guys have ever gotten on medications that like affect your mental state, you understand what I mean. Because when I was taking SSRIs for like different issues in my personal life, like I couldn't get it up to save me. You know what I mean? So it was like a billion times different. You know, so these things change, and it's true. It's true when you take these kind of medications that things change. You know? Yeah, SSRIs suck. I understand for a lot of people they could work. I had like a pretty good experience, but in the same breath, it was like not really like it wasn't it. I didn't feel better, right? When you're on like something for ADHD, you kind of feel better, at least while you're on it. It really does change you. It really does. And then, but it also is like different if you're somebody who has like, you know, a condition. Like, you shouldn't be taking it recreationally. Like, obviously, you shouldn't be going around doing fucking meth and then doing 400 milligrams of Adderall. Like, that's insane. I just have the ability. Yeah, it's like, honestly, probably the biggest change is that I don't stall. Like I do things. You know, I know that sounds weird, but literally the biggest thing that Vyvanse does is it makes me productive. And not productive in a way where I feel like I'm doing a billion different things, like when people recreationally take like Adderall. I'm talking like, oh, if I am not on my medication, I will meander and my mind will wander and I will accomplish nothing. And then, or it's kind of like, you guys ever hear of the whole meditation thing where it's like you're sitting at the side of the river and you're letting things just flow by? The neurotypical mind, oh, I had a voice crack there. The neurotypical mind will let the stuff in the water pass and be able to focus on the river. But like, if you have ADHD, you're going to get stuck looking at every single thing that passes down the river. And so when you're on Vyvanse, for me at least, that was the medication that worked, right? And it like lets me focus on the river. That is the big change. I will say I do feel slightly euphoric on it, which I think is a side effect, not an intended function. But it really, I never have like a come down from it either, which is the thing, because it lasts about 10 to 12 hours. So it comes down and I feel like fine. Lanza, I need something that will get me zooted off my mind. Come on, people, give me some recommendations. But yeah, that's why I brought this all up. That's why I just wanted to talk about it, because I thought it was fucking funny how r/stims is just filled with these guys who are just like jerking off 24/7 on like 200 milligrams of kratom and 500 milligrams of Adderall XR while they bike through the park shirtless with their not boyfriend. Anyway, today we are talking about a character by the name of Tyler Catastrophe. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna be that friend that's too woke for a second. Actually, I'm gonna be woke and based at the same time. I'm gonna be both of those things. There is a type of commentary YouTuber that is like for your coworker, right? But that guy or girl just makes the same videos as Turkey Tom, but tries to do it wokely. It's like, you know, you do lolcow content, but you act smugly woke about it. And then it's like, no, guys, you gotta agree with me. It's okay. We can talk about Tyler Catastrophe, because Tyler Catastrophe is a bad one. We don't like him. So it's okay for me to denigrate them, even though, you know, if we're being a particular type of Andy here, you know, it's genuinely just the same thing. Yeah, Lewis McClung, iNabber. I mean, take your fucking pick, dude. Take your fucking pick. Anybody who's done a video where it's like, Tyler Catastrophe is so disgusting, and then they wokely and smugly, while looking vaguely like Drew Gooden, explain that Tyler Catastrophe's behavior is bad. You know? I will say, Tyler's the only lolcow I've ever seen who never got misgendered. What are their pronouns? I've been out of the game for a minute. Who the fuck is Tyler Catastrophe? Well, if I am to describe Tyler Catastrophe is like what Tucker Carlson thinks all liberals in Oregon are like. Him. Tyler is like is a disabled, genderqueer type poet who has like a psychosexual attraction to Wilbur Soot. So if I am to describe them, like literally, like you can't even look at this person's fucked haircut and go, ah, man, that totally isn't the liberal that my great grandfather complained about. You know what I mean? Oh, like they don't. They're also one of those. They're one of those people who's like, I don't want a real job. I want to write poetry and fucking make fucking beads. Yeah, it's like a type of it's a Tumblr human, if I am to describe them. A cartoon liberal, yes, a cartoon liberal from an AI generated comic. Dude, this is who's that fucking the gay Twitter cartoon? I say gay because they made him gay. The old guy, Norm, not Norm Macdonald, the other guy. Well, we'll just take a look. We'll take a look. Let's get into it. All right. Tyler's disabled and it was hit by a car, which is why he doesn't work.
Hi, I could really use your help. If you wouldn't mind lending me a minute of your time, I promise to give it back at the end. I'm Tyler, I'm an independent artist and jewelry designer, and it would mean the absolute world to me if you could help me find...
Dude, we didn't... It's actually kind of crazy that we didn't have people like this. Like, no, actually we did. You know, before the destruction of the third place chat, these folks used to join, like, small hippie collectives that were in your neighborhood and then would go to farmers markets on the weekends and then during the week would work for like pennies on the dollar at like a social welfare type business. But nowadays they just get on TikTok and beg for money.
Many people as possible to just see this video. Like, repost, maybe hit share, copy link, maybe just start quoting your favorite vines in the comments. And definitely hit follow, it's totally worth it, I swear. Because I have some really big goals this year, and even though several of them are already in the works, I know that the only way...
Alright. Can we work on moving this beard up about 6 inches? About 6 inches. I think if we can move this beard 6 inches, things are okay. But right now, it looks like you're missing the top half of your helmet.
Reach their fullest potential is if there are eyes seeing them. And hopefully, those same eyes will help lead to the other goals coming to fruition the way I want them to. Because you never know who's going to see this video, and the more eyes, the better.
Dude, you know what? Tyler looks like... You know when like somebody's like, they wouldn't make me the Charlie Kirk latte at Starbucks, and this was the barista, and it's like a waist-high sneak picture of your like fucking ugly ass latte at Starbucks. Here, boom. I moved it up.
Exactly why I asked you to do all those things. Because honestly, who wouldn't want to see all the cool stuff I make? I have almost 50 different choker designs, flowers, mushrooms, even witchy ones and Halloween ones, and tons of miscellaneous ones that are...
I mean, I guess they're cute. I don't know if you could sustain like a lifestyle off of that, but like, I think it's a genuinely nice side hustle, you know?
Really freaking cute. So earrings, bracelets, keychains, and of course the really intricate pieces that are made with real crystals. And all the more intricate ones come in cute little matching...
If I check the prices for these necklaces, am I going to be appalled by the cost of them?
Boxes, by the way. And I coat the lids with old beads that I no longer use because, let's face it, these are so not up to my standard now. So sustainable.
Just charge $1,000.
All of my necklaces and chokers tie in the back with a ribbon, making them fully adjustable and size inclusive. And as someone who spent nearly 10 years learning...
It's like 300 plus. Hold on, can somebody link me? Hold on. Please.
Mastering my craft.
Are they on Tyler's
nice.
page?
Please check all the shops.
Okay, all right. I am going to check. I'm going to check, Tyler. You bet your sweet bippy I will. Ko-Fi and jewelry shop. All right, Tyler Catastrophe. God damn. Damn. Ain't no way. Yo, flower and mushroom gift set is $84+. Okay, I could get a red one. It's on his Etsy. So then what is this, the print shop? This is Threadless. Tyler Catastrophes Threadless. These are all probably very expensive. I do not want to sign up for email. Let's see. I think I would pay maybe I would pay like $150 for this. This is like a print. Oh, it's print. Yeah, well, what the fuck? I thought it was a real painting. Never mind. I don't want to pay anything for that. I want the genuine article, you know what I mean? I think $35 is a lot more economical of a price. All right, for sure. Let's see. We got flower pattern bead bracelets. This is very expensive. I was at a farmer's market recently, and the price is like cheaper than this, which is definitely kind of impressive. The real paintings are like 100K. All right. $800. $800, dude. The thing is that these can be made fairly easily, right? Like the materials that you spend for this. Okay, let's say you're not an idiot, right? You could get genuine like rose quartz and all of these like things for way cheaper, right? Because what you do if you're doing something like this as a business is you don't buy these at market price. You go to like a wholesaler and you buy a shitload of these. These aren't like rare. You could go on AliExpress, go on one of these like Chinese like Alibabas, you talk to a factory, and they will send you genuine articles for pennies on the dollar. You would pay by weight. That's how cheap it would be. I mean, these are okay. These are probably the most egregious because these are 110% like not made to order. Okay. These are not made to order. I do not believe that because I have definitely seen mushrooms identical to such a thing on wholesaler websites for sure. Now you gotta realize part of my job is like, you know, this stuff. So this is like I of course I am familiar with that.
Join me as I teach you how to wrap up a Technoblade painting to send
Oh, this is our first sign that there's something fundamentally horrifying about Tyler Catastrophe. Because they're in their mid to late 20s and obsessed with Minecraft YouTubers.
Technodad in a number of steps that I didn't count because I don't plan my videos in advance. We'll get there when we get there. Step 1, dropkick child. No! That was self-defense and you know it. Who gave me a platform? Step 2, interrogate, I mean consult.
Dude, there's like an alternate universe where Tyler Catastrophe is a really successful D&D YouTuber.
Unpaid intern. He says we need more bubble wrap. Step 3, test bubble wrap for durability.
I can't the fucking haircut!
Yeah.
Dude, oh god, the quirk. Yeah, fuck. I was about to say quirk chungus. There is something to be said about the quirk chungus lifestyle because, boy oh boy, does it seem to have so much whimsy.
Yeah, that's good. Step 4, tape secrets to the back of the painting to fuel the internet's need for
It's
conspiracy.
a rough 26, yeah.
You. Step 5 is marvel at your creation one last time. Because it's not mine anymore. I am so happy, but so many feelings. Step 6 is so much bubble wrap. If you think it's enough bubble wrap, it's not enough bubble wrap, and you're wrong. Get more bubble wrap. Never enough bubble. Step 7, reinforce corners with, you guessed it, more bubble wrap. Step 8, mark with logo to let bubble wrap know who's boss. Ta-da. It's me, I'm the boss. Step 9, we must build a box. I can't show you this part because TikTok doesn't like sharp things, but just know it was very...
Does TikTok really not want you to show a fucking knife going into a box? Is that a real thing? It's not a username, it's a warning.
Epic, and I was very good at it. See? Perfect. What did I say about doubting me?
I mean, it sounds like the Vyvanse helps you elevate your whimsy levels. You know, the whimsy can't even compete with the amount of fucking dumb bullshit I've been dealing with in my life lately.
Yep.
Can we skip this vid? No, it's important. I don't know if it's important. That's a fucking lie, but I refuse.
What is this, 9? Step next consecutive number is just way, so much tape. So much. Enough tape to frustrate a Marine, which has happened. I just want it to be safe, man.
What the fuck does that mean? What does that have? What are we tying up Marines? What's that mean? /serious tone indicator.
Sue me. Please don't, though. I do not consent to being sued. And honestly, it's not even that much tape. It's just enough to keep all of the
You know,
edges.
those motherfuckers' dishes aren't done, just stacked up. Dirty underwear and laundry everywhere. That's not an office. I got one better for you. They mom does they dishes, all right?
Covered. Step next consecutive number, though, is writing the address, which I'm not going to show you, but I will write in pink. Doodles to keep it silly. A box fit for shipping. And we've come full circle, because I still don't know how many steps that was. I'm so good at this. I contemplated drawing an axe on the back of the box just for funsies, but then I thought the post office might get scared. And I like my friends at the post office, so I won't do that. We have enough to deal with. It's insane. Be nice to the post office, or I'll get you. Also, I've never been in that attic. Who knows what's up there? Maybe it's another post office. But anyway, thank you again to everyone.
Dude, to be such a quirk chungus, dude. To be a quirk chungus in this economy is honestly pretty powerful, you know? No, Tyler hates his family. He doesn't live with them. I know too much lore. Well, we might as well start getting into some of that shit. Okay. So the big thing with Tyler Catastrophe is Tyler's obsession with none other than Wilbur Soot, right? Their obsession with Wilbur Soot is one of those like confounding things that is quite crazy. So for those of you that do not remember what happened with Wilbur Soot, I'll give you the biggest TLDW ever. Wilbur Soot was basically accused of sexual misconduct by a former partner. A lot of it sounded a little cartoonish, I will be honest. But the way that it is chopped up is that general consensus is that Wilbur Soot did it. Because Wilbur Soot's response was bad. But yes, Wilbur is the guy, the Brighton biter. Yeah, he had that dog in him, but like for real, right? Because he was like biting his girl throughout the entirety of that, but like biting in a way that was like kind of gross, you know? So that's that. Tyler has taken the alternative route with this. All right, so we will get into it. Also, shout out to Odie for this, for getting all this shit together for this stream. Very based.
I'm going to follow it with however. And I know the second I say that word, a lot of people are going to tune me out, but I'm asking you so nicely to keep listening. Okay. Believe victims, believe survivors.
Well, oh geez, he is the lol to randoms. You see the thing though here is that quite literally, this guy is too young to have experienced Homestuck, dude. So many Gen Zers would have been right at home as a millennial Homestuck reader, but they were born too late to experience Homestuck, and they were forced to bargain with Undertale. Yeah, the however is the same thing as a but. Diesel, he is 26, and that is a zoomer.
However, as a victim myself, as a survivor myself, what we should be saying when we say those words is believe victims, believe survivors first.
And then we gotta believe the other guy right after. We're the the median sexual survivor viewer.
The unfortunate truth is that just because you would never lie about something so important does not mean that no one would. Because blindly believing people like...
I know 26-year-olds that like Homestuck. A 26-year-old can claim Homestuck, but that's stolen millennial valor, okay? That's stolen millennial valor. I'm sorry. As a Zoomer, every time we say we love Homestuck, we're stealing the valor of our forefathers. This is like me taking credit for George Washington. you know?
Me can still be a bad thing. I know I would never lie about that sort of thing, but
This would be a really good video once something outrageously bad comes out about Tyler Catastrophe. You just play the clip of Tyler Catastrophe saying, I would never.
still know people who have admitted to making false allegations, who have bragged about making false allegations. I still have known people who said that they would if they knew that it would benefit them. And every single time I have been assaulted, every single time I have been abused, every single time that I have been in a situation where I needed someone to believe me, a vast majority of the people in my life chose not to. I know how it feels to not be believed. So if someone tells me that they have been through a similar situation to my own, I will always believe them first. But if it comes to a point where I cannot feel comfortable believing them, that is saying a lot. And I definitely do not make that decision lightly, ever. It does not matter how much I like the accused, it does not matter how attractive they are, it does not matter how successful or talented they are, I will always believe the alleged victim first. I loved All Time Low as a kid. I was in Onision forums for years.
Oh my god, you can't fucking write character. Dude, I know writers who use subtlety, and they're all cowards. I'm not just the Wilbur Soot fucking organ poorly polyculed member. I'm also a former Onision forum user. I'm also all-time low listener.
And when I heard about things they were doing behind the scenes, it did not matter how much I liked them. I was done. I was 100% on
All Time Low was that band where it's like, I don't know of a way to describe it. All Time Low was very fucking bad. Holy shit.
Heard side until I was given too many reasons not
What's
to.
wrong with All Time Low? I don't know. I guess something happened. I think it's very twee.
But that is still not a decision that I made lightly.
Wait, if he's 26, was he a minor when he used the Onision forum? Look, man, it would not be that hard to connect Onision to frequent minor forum users. There are many, many people who were minors on Onision's forums back in the day because Onision had an outrageously young emo audience.
And I know that for every person who takes the time to understand what I'm saying, there's another one that won't. But I know that I personally have to use discernment in order to feel comfortable with the decisions I make. And even if I cannot personally feel comfortable trusting someone at their word, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. My decisions are made up of my experiences, just as yours are made up of yours. And at the end of the day, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of victims and survivors that I believe wholeheartedly.
But this girl we should look at with extreme scrutiny. This is crazy because this is like the woke speak version of like, we need to see some evidence, Missy. Got here after getting lock nuts. What I miss? I was gonna ask if that meant like you got like a vasectomy or something.
And there are genuinely only 3 that I know of that I cannot feel comfortable believing. And if not feeling comfortable believing those 3 and everything they say makes people think that I am a horrible person, there's nothing I can do about that. But if there is one thing I can say, but I will never compromise my own moral compass just to make someone else feel better. Because my moral compass...
I'm gonna say something that I think is not like there's no good excuse, but if you want to be a fan of Wilbur Soot, post him biting that woman. We're saying it like he just ran up to her and bit her or something, but that is not what happened. This is a gross mischaracterization of that entire drama. This is history being determined by the victor here. But in the same breath, if you just want to be a fan of Wilbur Soot, just be a fan of Wilbur Soot. Okay? This whole thing where a bunch of people get on the internet and they're like, you can't be a fan of that person. They're problematic. You can't be a fan of that thing. It's blah, blah, blah. You can't be a fan of this. It's bad. It's like, dude, All right, look, I'm not saying to just let people enjoy things. I get it if they're hooked up to the fucking Wojak that's like the VR system that jerks you off and injects heroin into your veins. Yeah. We don't need to okay that. But if somebody's just like, I want to watch Wilbur Soot, who has like nothing to do with his drama whatsoever, outside of his personhood, outside of the camera, then sure, go ahead. What the fuck am I, like, what am I gonna do, genuinely? It's not like Wilbur Soot is like Onision, where Onision would make videos about, like, here's how you kiss people. Here's how you really get a guy to like you. I don't like it when women are fat. Meanwhile, Wilbur Soot is like, here's Minecraft Let's Play number 45 billion. Or like, here's me reading Reddit. Or me singing music with my acoustic guitar. You know? Like, that's completely different.
Was forged in a fire that I hope no one else has to go through. So please, if you hear nothing else from this video, believe victims, believe survivors first. But please keep in mind that there
Yeah, he's been doing band stuff.
are people who
I still watch JonTron videos, and he's extremely racist. I have also watched post-racist awakening JonTron videos, and he's still funny. So, you know, it is what it is.
lie about that sort of thing, and it does irreparable harm to those of us that don't.
Well, here's the problem with this video, Tyler, right? You are just basically trying to say both things when you gotta kind of have like one position, right? Like, you can't be like, I think we should believe all survivors, ... but I can't do this in particular. Like, you got to be like, either I want to see more evidence and then say why, or you got to be like, I believe all survivors. Because this is like the worst of both. You court nobody. You're like, I believe all survivors except when I don't. Diesel, can we get a break? Play Alien Child playing with the PCP pipe. He's hard to listen to. Did he not apologize? I don't even think Wilbur apologized. I think it was just a bad response from what I remember, but I don't have like a legacy brain that remembers the past like that. Here's part 2.
Let's talk Lovejoy, because I got shit to say. My last video is kind of popping off, mostly because people are sending it to each other to laugh at me, which is fine by me. Thank
you. Catastrophe victim blaming and saying Shovel consented to being attacked by the Brighton biter. Dude, I'm sorry, but I feel like so many people struggle. I know I said this during the Wilbur stuff when I covered it, but I feel like there's an overwhelming abundance of people that really struggle with sexual intimacy, and it is actually crazy.
you for the views. But it's me doing a silly little audition in my bathroom for a band that probably doesn't even want a second vocal.
Did a Jonathan Jafari not apologize? I think in some respects he did. And from what I remember of seeing like an interview way after all that stuff happened, is that like his like very sheepish response to it was like that he didn't know what he was talking about, from what I remember. But it was like still a while ago that I remember seeing that, so I could be wrong.
But I'm a bold
She consented to the biting, not the pain and bruises.
Fucker. And embarrassing myself in the right direction is kind of my thing. And full disclosure for people who don't know, the lead singer of that band does have abuse allegations. However, one, the person making those accusations has a history of making false allegations.
Oh, brother. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is like if... It's like this weird, like, apology tour that people have to make if they're like, I enjoy, fucking... What's Ronnie Radke's band? Motionless in White? Or whatever his fucking Ronnie Radke's band is. They're like, I like this song. And then some guy will respond in the replies being like, do you know this about Ronnie Radke? And then the only answer you could give is like, yeah. It's like the same thing with Kanye's new album, which I thought was like middling at best, honestly. There's like 1 or 2 interesting songs on the new album. But I like those one or two songs. I still gotta shake my head every time I listen to it, going Kanye, 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 and I'm not going, well, he made Graduation anymore, right? I'm not doing that. I just go, yep, kind of sucks, and then just going on and listening to it, shaking my head and thinking about every time he said, I don't want to name names, but the doctor was Jewish. So, like, at some point, you gotta do that, you know? Like, what are you gonna do? I'm not saying we need to okay these people, but we gotta like pick and choose our battles here, man. We gotta pick and choose our battles. What if you pirate the media made by problematic creators? I'm a 28-year-old man living in the year 2026. I probably should start my own backup music library, okay? But yeah, in the same breath, it's like, I don't know, if I pirate media, it has to be like beyond, like, it has to be for like a very specific reason. Because generally it's like I make content, or even when I like make writing and stuff, I don't like put, and I have the personal belief of not putting DRM on anything I make, right? Even outside of like YouTube, which is free, of course, but like, you know, fucking the book or like anything else I'm working on, right? There's never DRM on that. But, you know, I understand the need for creators to like make bread. So I try not to steal, basically. Even though I totally have pirated, and so have you and everybody else. But in the same breath, it's like I'll try not to, right? If I can. So like I use a lot of digital maps for like my VTT stuff and all my like dungeon mastering. And I'd easily spend like quite a bit of money each month in order to maintain that and keep that going. Less so now, I don't need as many maps as I used to. Like once you get your map, you're good. But I paid for those maps. I could have gotten those for free via like Kimono Party or whatever. But I didn't, you know. Yeah, not every battle needs to be fought or is even worth fighting. Yeah, like I have been kind of taking into reviews for zero parades, no parties for spies or whatever. Which is, so if those of you that don't know, the creators of Disco Elysium were ousted from their own company. It was like this pretty public scuffle between some higher ups that kind of like corporately took over the studio and then kind of kicked out the lead writer and a few other of the design leads. And so basically what happened after that is that Zaum, the company that made Disco Elysium, created like 3 or 4 different offshoots that all contained people from the original team. So like some of the original people went to go make this game, and then some of the other people went to make this game, and some of the other people went to make this game, right? And so there's like a few different companies now that have all sprung up that are either like making a spiritual successor to Disco Elysium or making something with Disco Elysium like features, right? The Subnautica creators, right? No, Disco Elysium creators. So like, so there's Zero Parades is first that came out, and Zero Parades is the one made by Zaum, which features like the leads that took over the company and rooted out the main writer for Disco Elysium, right? So for me, I really like the writing in Disco Elysium, and I think it's amazing. And I think a lot of what happened was pretty fucking awful, right? But I, looking at Zero Parades, can see that, like, obviously there's still artists there, and there's very clearly still people at the studio who care. So, like, as these Disco Elysium-like games come out, I will probably play and purchase all of them. Because it's a genre of game I like, and it's something I like. Like, I plan on playing Esoteric Ebb at some point. I want to finish Death Stranding too. But that'll be the game that I, like, tackle after this. But, you know, obviously, the quote-unquote... And I know I'm going on, like, a long tangent here. What would you call that genre? Narrative RPG? The writing ethos of Disco Elysium is that it is a communist RPG. It has like very leftist views of things, but I don't know where this came from. But there is like a brand of Twitter leftist who thinks that labor should not be rewarded with anything, and that everything should just be free. And it's like, here's the thing, though, right? If you have a farmer tend to land, you can't give them nothing in return, okay? Like, brother, that's not that. Look, you're gonna make the farmer mad if you just take his potatoes. You know, you got to give him some chickens in return. So it's like, I understand that the reasoning behind it, but in the same breath, it's like, well, you know, obviously I'm not happy with what the leadership at Zom did, but it almost seems ridiculous for me to like take money out of the other people who work there as well, you know? And it's like, oh, I don't want to play the, it's like, it's very weird to be like, I'm still gonna play the game, but I just won't give you money for it. It's like, just don't play the fucking game if it bothered you that much. Why are you gonna play the game of something that you are like politically disaligned with? It makes no sense to do that. There's no reason to do that. Just don't play it. Don't play it. Don't give them the money or time. You can't get the time back. The point of all this is to say it's very dumb to be like, you can't enjoy Wilbur Soot because he's the Brighton biter.
Not remember Parker. 2, the allegations she made.
Yeah, I think pirating is okay if you can't afford the media. Yeah, everybody gets being broke as hell.
Were him having a messy house, her paying for her own flights, and biting that.
Oh yeah, that was another weird thing in this this drama, where it was like the girl was like older and like more mature, and then was like, oh my god, this guy doesn't know how to take care of himself, and he's like a younger guy, and it's like, all right, well, like, did you guys have a conversation about this, or did you quietly seethe about it? Guys, Deltarune is $70 in my country. I paid for it, but it's still a little crazy in my economy. Yeah, I hear Brazil has like a really bad like economy for like gaming and electronics and stuff like that. So like, I totally get it. Where it's like, here's the thing. People shouldn't be priced out of being able to enjoy art. So if you need to like pirate, then that is okay. That's why I take issue with boycotting games. 1, they never work. 2, it only punishes the people who actually made it, not the corporate heads. They think they're hurting. Look, if you are boycotting a game, you just don't want the game. I don't know why we need to make it like a personal philosophy. Like, it's like you're being a little bit extra about consumption, okay? It's like you either want to engage with the art or you don't. So it's very stupid to be like, I am going to engage with this art, but I am going to shake my head furiously the entire time. I have a friend who pirates music first, buys later, only on the condition that she enjoys the music enough. A lot of pirates feel the same way. Yeah, I'm definitely of the same opinion. I've been building out my, like, music catalog to have my own personal version of Spotify. And, it's been fun, but boy, oh boy, is that, like, expensive. So it's like, I need to pirate stuff now. And then, like, many of these bands I've gone to see live that I'm, like, adding to, like, a personal music library. So it's like, I've already bought, like, either an album in the past, or I've bought, like, clothes, or I've bought tickets to shows, you know?
Fully consented to. 3, she made those allegations in a live stream, getting paid the longer she talked, and I'm pretty sure the VOD was also uploaded to YouTube. And as a victim myself, that just doesn't sit right with me.
I don't understand. Why can't she make money from that? Why can't she make money from that? If some whore of Babylon took me for a ride, you bet I'm gonna milk that for every penny I can, you know? I gotta recoup my losses. My medical bills from being bitten.
And 4, the backlash, completely unfounded. The only comments I'm deleting off of my video are misinformation, because people are saying,
oh my god,
he's a pedophile, he's a groomer, he's whatever.
Oh my god, he's a was he a pedophile or groomer? Did we ever come to that? This was one of those rare dramas where nobody ended up being like a predator at the end. They just ended up being like a deviant without morals.
that has any basis in any reality. I have built my platform by being authentic, kind, compassionate, and honest with the people who watch me.
Nintendo games are ridiculously overpriced. That is it is what it is. It sucks. I hate it. That's exactly why I haven't bought it on a Switch 2, aside from the fact that I'm comedically broke.
Regardless of what I may allow people to think about me, I am not naive and I am certainly not stupid.
Well, probably both of those things, actually.
All of my major life decisions are...
The drama didn't go on long enough for that to come out. Brilliant stipulation there to make Cosmic. See, so it's not that Diesel's law didn't trigger, it's that it didn't reach, like, the apex on the graph where it triggers. It's not that it didn't happen, it's that it didn't happen yet.
Carefully thought out and carefully considered. If there was a single atom in my being that thought Lovejoy was actually made up of horrible people...
As someone who's pretty lefty, the idea that everything should be free with nothing in return is pretty ridiculous. I don't know if it's black propaganda or just there are people on Twitter that are that stupid, but those are things I see on Twitter. So please know that this is like political philosophy sifted through the biggest incubator for bad opinions ever.
I would not touch it with a 40-foot pole. Okay, that is not who I am. I wouldn't care. And if you think I would, then clearly this is not the place for you. I don't know what else you want me to say. Anyway, the only comments I'm deleting off of that video right now are misinformation and the ones that are getting picked up by the filter, because personally, I'm not reading all that. I'm sorry. If TikTok says it shouldn't be there,
I'm not reading all that. Says the person who is clearly reading all that.
Who am I to judge?
I just got an ad advertising for third spaces that were created in my state, very based in Pog.
You can insult me all you want. You can call me ugly. You can say my voice is bad. You're fucking wrong.
I mean, I don't want to be that one. But you look like a South Park bit character.
Someone even said that my giggle was annoying. The one thing I get the most compliments on. I'm not taking you seriously. I am a vocalist. Nothing in the world makes me as happy as singing.
I'm a vocalist. Fucking good doctor, I am a surgeon head ass.
It's quite literally my calling. I know, I've tried to avoid it. And Lovejoy is everything I have ever looked for in a band.
You have the past, Diesel, you can say it. We're not running that one back.
I love them on their own. I have nothing to lose either way. I literally went to college for music business and
I'm so sorry. It must be really hard to find a job.
Have the single most impressive rookie year I have ever seen. Why wouldn't I want to be a part of it? And also, not for nothing, but one of the people I blocked off...
I'm sorry. I have a degree in music business. Why wouldn't I want to be a fan of Wilbur Soot? If I pulled 10 people on the street right now and I said, do you know who Wilbur Soot is? 10 out of 10 people would definitely say, I don't know who the fuck Wilbur Soot is.
For that video had all-time low in their bio. No wonder you think I'm doing something wrong. The phone is ringing off the hook.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Inside your living room. But people who know me in person, people who have been following me for a while, people who know how I interact with the world, know where I stand on things like abuse. I have an entire series calling out my abusive father and my relationship with my ex-fiance.
What do you have a... oh, I'm sure you and your father have a really wonderful relationship. Absolutely. I couldn't imagine you would have had a bad one.
It was so bad that his cousin...
I am impressed that you convinced someone to get engaged with you.
...took my side and no longer talks to him. I have helped my friends escape...
See, if I was like one of those commentary channels, I would have made that joke, but then I would have like also softened the blow by being self-deprecating about it.
Domestic violence. I have escaped it myself. I've done victim advocacy training.
Guys, you gotta understand, I've done victim advocacy training. Guys, I've gone to free trainings before. I haven't done anything about it. I've just been a perpetual victim my whole life, but I have gone to free trainings.
If I thought someone was an abuser, I would steer the fuck clear. But I also grew up in rural Bible Belt America. I am not going to let the rumor mill have the reins to my opinions. I'm not going to tell you
what does Bible Belt America have to do with having the reins to your opinions? That's like, that feels like you're just, I feel like you're trauma dumping right now. I feel you're trauma dumping.
think. I'm just telling you what I think.
The fact that this man has made significant others and I'm still single makes me slightly concerned. You know, some of you guys, you come in the stream and you're like, I am not getting enough action, Diesel. And I'm like, I get it. And then we cover somebody who's like, yep, I blew up, my marriage blew up. And I was getting hanky-pank every week. And then everybody in chat is like, what? You're telling me this guy did? The world is cruel. Where is my hanky-pank?
What I think is that even if everything she said was true, it does not make him irredeemable. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat breakfast or something.
Brother was doing this before breakfast. I said, there ain't no way in the 7 hells that you could get me to make a TikTok before I eat breakfast. That's some grade A warrior behavior. You know what? I salute you, Tyler Catastrophe. Let's see this scary music on this one. What does that mean?
I don't want to worry about things anymore. I want to kiss a man, like one man in particular. Leave me alone.
This is diabolical work, I will lie.
Please, I don't want to.
I mean, I'm not even gonna say. Look, man, are we gonna all sit around here and say that Wilbur Soot doesn't have like a boyish British charm to him? Are we really gonna? We gonna really say that he doesn't? It's like, oh my god, you sick fuck. Like, I mean, people are into like Ted Bundy and stuff. This is way more like if I met a person and they said, I think Charles Manson is so sexy, I would be more worried about that person than the person who's like, I want to kiss Wilbur Soot. All right, here's another one.
Called this man adorable, and I nearly bit off my tongue. Because I've been crushing on this guy for clearly too fucking long, and I used to be an attractive woman, alright? Flirting with men, not hard. And here I am, standing right in front of him, channeling "See You Again" by Hannah fucking Montana, looking everywhere but at him because
look, as a man who has vocalized his love for the heavier set, I don't think you had it. I don't think you had it.
it's working, and I wear my heart on my fucking face, and I think I'm doing okay. I'm not flirting. I'm trying real hard. Because you don't flirt with people when they're working. They can't comfortably tell you to fuck off. That's not okay. He could have. I would have let him, but he doesn't know that. And he makes one tiny little silly mistake, hits the wrong button, it's fine. And he says something along the lines of, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm stupid. And what comes out of my fucking mouth? You're adorable. It's fine. Somebody...
Ugh. Yucky. In Tyler's defense, he was an attractive woman in Oklahoma.
put me down. Because listen, I can make a fool of myself. I can embarrass myself, no problem. I make videos on the internet for a living. It's fine, no one cares. But if I had made this man...
I must say something, and I heard it from a guy who does videos covering like war. So maybe the RPM on those videos is bad. But he said something that I find very profound, and I think you all need to know, right? He said, YouTubers are famous, not rich. And I agree with that, right? Because it is true. You could be very, very popular and make $0. It is actually crazy. Like, I've seen people talk about, like, oh, you must make a lot of money. You do this on YouTube. It's like, no, you don't make a lot of money, actually. Like, you haven't made a lot of money for a long time. I bet you make fucking $0 on TikTok.
Comfortable? I'm jumping. All right, I'm done. Take me out. That's it. And this happened like a week ago. I've been thinking about this for days. Who allowed this? I'm 26 years old. Why is having a crush right now so embarrassing? Never in my life have I been so verbally lost in front of a guy. Clearly there is no coming back from this. I'll be thinking about this forever, probably. I would say pray for me, but I think we all know I'm a lost cause at this point. Okay, love you, bye. This man looked at me like he wanted me to look at him, and I...
Damn, that's this is a little creepy actually. This is how this is how some not naming names, but there were definitely people that were acting this kind of way.
Oh, no.
A crazy skill issue. Me personally, I'm money bending and moving in privacy. Okay.
No. Called this man
It
adorable.
would be nice. It would be nice. Every day that I have to look at my credit score, I go, Xi Jinping, save me. Wow, Tyler is really obsessed with Wilbur Soot as like just a person.
Last night. Mark recognized me in my room.
By the way, he's wearing necklaces he sells in every video. You were paying $200+ for necklaces worn while he thirsts over a dry British twink. Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a rough one.
Which was fun. Love that.
You know what field is always hiring, big dog? Do you realize how much I don't want to take on more education. But, you know, I guess if the whole following my dreams and opening a store goes under, I guess I could always go to medical school. Who the fuck cares? Get a master's. Go back and get a doctorate. Why not? Who gives a fuck anymore? If I die, they just double it and give it to the next guy.
Guy. Also, sorry about the slide whistle, Smart. They'll be silly, it'll be fine. But there were also several other people from TikTok who recognize me, which is always fun. Love it when that happens. It's always at shows, and I love that for me. But
Dude,
they know
okay, all right. Look, Tyler Catastrophe. If your pockets are so empty, I need you to stop buying the hardcover collector's versions of books from Barnes and Noble. All right? On God. We gotta be, you know, cutting down on some expenses here. All right? I'm a soft book cover Andy because the hardcover is too expensive. So the fact that you got that many on your bookshelf is definitely an alarming hint to me.
about the audition video. They didn't ask me to join the bands, but it's fine. They seem to be doing pretty okay without me, at least. Also, side note, the number of people who took that I'm so serious as I'm so serious, wild to me. Do you not hear my voice? Of course, I didn't think they were going to actually want me to join the band. I was bored and
Don't
views
get a
were...
PhD. That shit's not worth it. I got bad news for you. Neither is a bachelor's.
low. The world was my oyster. Anyway, but I mentioned that video paid my electric bill. Generally the most money.
Get a degree in Brazil. I'm not paying shit for my degree, and they're willing to pay me $2,000 a month for a master's. But I don't know Portuguese.
I've ever made from a TikTok. And Mark's response was, damn, maybe I should audition for Lovejoy. But because Will's been more mobile on stage this tour, just like moving and bouncing and twirling around, I gave him one of those...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, brother. This is a rough one. It's crazy. You know what's really fucking... I'm like cringing really bad because there's a time in my life where I would run into people like Tyler. But back in the day, they didn't make TikToks because it wasn't as much of a thing, you know? Like, it's crazy. Like, it is really crazy because I'm like, oh, man. I remember being on the celebrity side of things like this.
apps that like connect to the back of your head so your glasses don't fall off. Like, these might be helpful, but it will not hurt my feelings if they're not. But the look on this man's face when he had to tell me that he actually broke his glasses, which... I'm sorry I wasn't there several days before. This is totally on me. I'm so sorry. But Andy explained how they worked, and I usually wear contacts to shows, as I was last night. And Will was like, oh, you do shows? And there was a brief half second of crippling sadness because, no, not anymore. Because of the whole getting hit by a car thing. Soon, someday.
Damn, they got hit by... Yeah. What is Lovejoy? Wilbur Soot's band.
I will not rest until I'm a musician again. But I mentioned my titanium ribs, and Mark's response was, well, at least next time you know you'll bounce right off. I mean, the goal is...
Well, like, okay, so hypothetically... All right. I might be, like, power scaling disability right now, but wasn't Stevie Wonder blind playing the piano? Why can't Tyler Catastrophe fucking get on stage and sing while having titanium ribs? Like, what kind of disability is it that they can't... Like, they can clearly sing, right? They just gotta, you know, manage that more appropriately with their disability. I'm pretty certain that Stevie Wonder did not have an easy time, but he was still successful.
There won't be a next time, but you
I don't
never
know
know
if he's dead or not. I don't know. He was pretty old.
Thank you, Mark. And at this point in my life, I've seen hundreds of bands live.
It's insane how TikTok cultivated its own subsection of lolcows that's so far removed yet so similar from the standard lolcows online. Well, that's why I was like denigrating the TikTok covering commentary channels, because they act like they're better than people like me or Turkey Tom or Place Guy here, when in the reality they're making the same kind of content and they're just being smug, uptight Andes about it.
Friends with a lot of bands. I've met a lot of bands. And at some point you realize there are some things that you really just can't fake. And Lovejoy is one of those bands that I genuinely have no issue standing by. And obviously I've already made plenty of my opinions known at this point. But I work really hard to not say shit I don't mean, especially publicly on the internet. And there will be no retractions today. So here, have a picture.
I say tons of shit that I don't mean on the internet. I just say things for the comedy bit.
Also, Will is wonderful at selfies. Thank you for this.
Yeah, no shit, Will is wonderful at selfies. Dude, Twink Death is gonna hit this guy's receding hairline like a fucking truck.
I feel a little weird letting other people take a photo because I'm so used to specific angles of my face. Gee, I wonder why. But this is a good one. I like it. Anyway, this is your sign.
I can tell. Wilbur Soot is hiding quite the receding hairline, brother. He needs that hymns in his life.
Tickets. It'll be great. Okay, love you, bye. I never know what to do with enamel pins, but I like having them, so they're in the background. Last night, Mark recognized me and my roommate.
Okay, thank you for that. Was that a selfie? Like the truck that hit Tyler? Yeah, there was a truck. Yes. I hit by a car at the very least. All right, here's a tweet or a blue sky, a skeet, if you will. Having a crush as an adult is so embarrassing. Why is your face giving me heart palpitations? I'm literally just perceiving you right now. Why do I want to write poetry? Listen, you know what's infuriating about this tweet? I have many thoughts. So like being an adult with a crush is like completely fucking normal, all right? First of all. Second of all, I think that's like a pretty... This was after the concert, not surprised. This is like a pretty like normal thing. Your parasocial connection to Wilbur Soot is not very normal. But outside of that, like the platonic ideal of a crush, yeah, this is how it is. But then in the same breath, like tweeting about having a crush is like a step too far. And then when you say, I want to write poetry about my crush, if you put that in public viewing, you should be like, I want to use my mind powers to fucking blow you up, you know? Like I'm fucking Professor X brain blast. Oh, God, it's a rough one.
One thing about me is that I am always one Benadryl away.
This is like me saying I'm one Vyvanse away from jorking it on stream.
From simping on Maine. I don't...
There is not... You know how much Benadryl you would need? I'm sorry. What world are you on? What is going on?
Think y'all appreciate how good I am at not doing that.
Brother, my brother, you are not taking enough Benadryl to get that high. There's no fucking way this guy is taking that much Benadryl that he's high as a kite right now, okay? That's not happening. That's a lie, all right? This is like when somebody drinks one beer so they could have the excuse to hit on someone, all right? That is what you're doing. God damn. He feels so 2020 internet with the way he talks. I can't explain it. 2020 internet? Brother, it's the 2020 still. What do you mean 2020 internet? What do you mean? What do you mean? Was it that long ago? It's only been 6 years. It really hasn't been that long when you think about it. Pre-2020, we can start talking about the date. All right? But the world has been just as awful since the year 2020 as it is now. I think they mean COVID internet.
right
You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. You guys are saying something. You guys are saying it like it's like the internet has changed that significantly. The only thing that shifted, right, is now we've moved on from talking about like e-boys and e-girls, because now they all have like rent that's due, you know? So the e-girls just get their hoo-has out while the guys are on Discord growling for a 16-year-old. Yeah, like quarantine internet. I feel like unemployed internet and quarantine internet inhabit the same kind of mind space.
Benadryl makes me weird. One thing about me is that
I don't know how much Benadryl you need to take to get horny, but it is not whatever you took. All right, if you were actually high on Benadryl, you would not be having a good time. Everybody who's like, I'm high on Benadryl, has an awful time. Acetaminophen, like all of that, like you're lying. Like you're lying. Yeah, you're acting. Yeah, this is like the person who drinks like a soda that looks like a beer, and then the 12-year-old who drinks soda that looks like a beer at a wedding, and then pretends to act drunk. God. He's secretly on Ambien.
You know what I want in a relationship? Because I do. I've thought about it a lot. I've been consistently single.
This person, Tyler's entire vibe is like, I cannot get over their fits, dude. They look like they look like what would happen if I like shoved a Glee extra and a Pokemon YouTuber into like a single person, you know?
For years. And it's not for lack of people trying. It's just the people I want haven't been trying. And unfortunately, I'm not allowed to try. I make bad decisions when I try.
What is that sounds alarming when you think about it.
But now I'm gonna put it out there. Let the universe take it off my hands, all right? Then my hands are off.
All right, so I've got like the grade A strat. Here's how you find someone to enter your life. Okay, here's how you do that. You need to go. You're gonna all hate me for this. You need to go to a third space. This is the target audience for mixtape. Fuck you. That's funny. Okay, so here's what you need to do. You need to go to a third space. Okay, and you need to hang out there, and you need to be enjoyable to be around, and then at a certain point, they will come. Okay, they will appear in front of you.
I don't drive, but I know what that means. I know I've said before that my type is...
Boss, does it count if you run the third space? Actually, yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. There's nothing hotter than being a business owner, and then like, so hear me out, guys. Right? You take someone on a date, and then you go, hold on, we gotta stop in here real quick. And then your employee like daps you up, and they're like, yo, boss, what's up? And then I say, sorry, I just need to drop this off from my business. You can't even. Yeah, guys. You just if you want to pick up baddies, you just need to open a store. Just open a business. Fuck it. Diesel, have people tried getting discounts? That is so vague. That is so vague. But I guess, yeah, sure. Yeah, in that regard.
Tall, blonde, goofy musicians, and that is still very true. When it comes to the dynamic, like I want to be in a power couple, but I don't want to be the sole breadwinner, because I've done that. It's not...
You want to be in a power couple, but you don't want to be a sole breadwinner. I feel like Tyler, aside from the parasocial discombobulation inside their brain, these standards are all kinds of fucked up.
Not fun for me. I want a man who I can create with. Music, art, opportunities, the list goes on. I am a maker of things who likes to share the making of the things. That's just me. Also, I want a man with ambition who actually acts on that ambition. I've been with too many guys who never act on their goals. It's not for me. Also, I want to be with a man who is successful on his own and also isn't threatened by the fact that I am successful and want to be successful.
I think that these degrees of success are grossly misinterpreted.
I am awesome and amazing, and he should understand that and be proud of that. You know what the most important thing is to me? I want to be romanced. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a princess when I grew up. I read too many books.
All right, Tyler. We gotta adjust these standards right now, okay? Best offer I can give you right now is an additionary position in a polycule that already has a primary. All right? But you do get access to the polycule's car. All right? That's what I can give. And the primary that brought you in is a 6-figure income earning programmer at a San Francisco startup. But they do not give you an allowance. But is it the evil polycule? I have a theory about the evil polycule. The one where they're like, we are looking for people to join our polycule. From that post that was like viral a few weeks ago. I think it is secretly an advertising like strategy from an SF startup. I think it is secretly a product.
Watch too many rom-coms, listen to way too many love songs. I want to be somebody's muse.
Yeah, man, and I want to fucking ride up on a girl on a horse while wearing fucking armor, dude. That one got debunked as one woman. Damn. The evil polycule is a real boss. Strange AIs interviewed the girl who made it. So it was just a gag. It wasn't like a marketing scheme. Because I didn't even think it was a polycule. I thought it was going to be like introducing Dimpy, the dating app for people who like a lot of people.
Is that too much to ask? I'm amazing. Surely it's easy to be inspired by me. I deserve to be courted. I deserve to go on nice dates.
Oh my god. We gotta lower the barrier, man. I deserve to be courted. I deserve to go on nice dates. I don't want to be the sole breadwinner, but I want us both to make money. All I'm hearing is broke. Brokey. 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 Brokey.
I deserve to be flaunted around like a princess because I am one. I've never been on a first date. What's up with that? I like
What do you... All right, man. My friend. How did you get engaged but never went on a first date? What did they open up by being like, you want to get married? Like, how did that happen?
I like flowers. I like candles. I am not difficult to please in this department. Write me a love song. Write me some poetry. Draw me a picture.
All
okay?
right. These standards are really high. All right. You want me to draw you a picture? You get stick figure. You want poetry? You get some Dr. Seuss.
I need to get back on track. I want to know what kind of love I want. I painted this. That one's technically based on a Fall Out Boy album, but still, I'd say I want to be somebody.
Dude, emo culture hasn't moved on from the year 2005. It's crazy.
But that is kind of true. But I'm also somebody on my own. I know who the fuck I am, okay? And I am so tired of being the sunlight that only attracts moths. I love moths, don't get me wrong, but I want to also...
you wanna... what is the moth in this equation? Is that a broke guy? Who is the moth here?
Be loved by a sunlight, okay? Meet me on my fucking level. Is this sad? Am I sad? No.
Yes.
No, it's...
Yes, it is. There's nothing more pathetic than hearing this. I'm not even gonna lie. Holy shit. It's not even like, okay, look, we all have standards and we all have things that we want from people. But it's when you go, I want this, and this, and this. Like, you're going to a fucking KFC trying to pick up, like, the 12 meal with the crispy and the spicy and the fucking potato wedges on the side. That's when you're like, all right, man, we serve chicken. You get to ask for, like, thigh or breast, all right? We can't make it all these, like, other things, all right? Life is a KFC. It's not a Jollibee. Currently unavailable. Tyler, temper your expectations, you needy ass. Some of these go down. This one is just an embarrassing thirst trap. Aw. I want to see it. Okay. We'll go to this one.
Lovejoy is legitimately the only band that I cannot listen to.
Wow, they really, really talk about Wilbur Soot's band a lot.
wishing I was in the band. Which is kind of strange because I'd give anything to be in just about any band. But with most great bands that I love, I just want to be a fly on the wall during the writing process. I just want to like observe, I want to pick their brains, I just want to know how they do it. But every single time I hear a Lovejoy song, I feel like I need to roll up my sleeves and be in it. And I could just wax poetic for literal hours about why I feel that way. But I think the main thing is that
I gotta be honest, I've never heard a Lovejoy song a day in my life. And I think I am exposed to quite a lot of the queer community and emo and goth and alternative communities. So how I've gone my entire life without hearing Lovejoy a single time is quite amazing.
every song feels like every person put an equal amount of effort. Like with a lot of bands or musicians, you can tell what they think is most important to a song. Like you can totally tell
It's
when one
typical boy band slop. Damn.
person does a bulk of the writing, because usually things get thrown to the wayside. A song that's written by a guitarist is probably going to slack on lyrics and such. Songs written by a lyricist is probably going to let one of the instruments down. But with Lovejoy, you can tell that every single person is writing the parts they want to play, and they seem like they're all having equal amounts of fun with the actual songs, which I like. And I feel like the only part of every song that feels less important than everything else is like the vocal melodies. And absolutely zero hate to Will Gold. He's very good at what he does, and I love listening to him sing and talk and everything else. But every time I hear a Lovejoy song, I just want to I just want to sprinkle some good stuff in there, because vocal melodies are my thing. I can't sing a song without changing it a little bit most of the time. Just gotta make it more interesting.
This is a, you know the arc in Invincible where all the different Marks show up, and then Mark has to fight all of his alternative version selves. The true horrifying reality is that if that's true, there's a bunch of alternative universe Falgies, and there's a very good chance that this is one of them.
Interesting and fun to sing. Now, every time I hear a Lovejoy song, I just want to take it, run it through my brain, and then rinse it off like I'm developing film. Not to like seriously change anything, because again, it's all great music. Just to give it that little extra bit of sparkle that I feel like some of them are missing. And again, I cannot say this enough. I love their music. It's great as it is. It's wonderful. However, I just want to take it that little half step extra to make it perfect. And that's basically it for me, I think. This is honestly probably why it's so hard for me to find like an actual band to join. I don't want to write everyone else's part. I don't even want to write lyrics half the time. I just want to sing. I want to focus on my little melodies, my la-la-las, you know? So I guess shout out to Lovejoy for helping me narrow down what it is exactly I want in life, I guess. Hopefully one day I'll shake their hands or something.
Thank God they got a high school fucking geography map up there. I sometimes forget where I am too, so I need one of those to keep me grounded.
Who knows? Anyway, Ghost Stream will look good when I'm sober, I guess. Sometimes I feel like I'm just like a bedazzler of music. Like, yeah, I could make the whole thing from scratch and do it all, but instead I'd rather just take what's there and make it sparkle, you know? Bring out some potential. Lovejoy just brings out the bedazzler in me, I suppose. Yeah, well. Okay, love you, bye. Lovejoy is legit.
Oh my God. So this is some of the music, am I hearing?
Really no idea if one of my favorite bands might want a second vocalist, but I do know I am crazy enough to ask. So hi, Lovejoy. Do you want a second vocalist? My name is Tyler.
This guy's got some serious mental issues. The love for Wilbur Soot is scary. This is scary.
Lona, I'm 26 years old. I live in Texas, but I'm trying to move to England anyway. I'm a massive extrovert.
Diesel, are you getting annoyed with his okay, love you, bye yet? I don't know. I mean, it didn't even register on my brain. There's so many more things.
I've been performing since I was 10, and in 2019, I was actually a semi-professional vocalist, but then had to spend almost 5 years getting my voice back after losing it completely because someone hit me with their car. Through the sheer force.
So they lost their voice when they were hit by a car? I'm sorry. This Tomodachi life ass situation. Boss, send some of the re-uploaded thirst traps on the thread. Oh my God, I can't wait to get to them.
Audacious determination, I now have my voice back and my vocal stamina, which basically means that now that I can go back to music, not doing so makes everything else feel unfulfilling and sad. I figured I might as well shoot my shot. And I also play the trumpet, which is probably helpful. Anyway,
Oh my God, the trumpet, dude. Lovejoy should become a ska band. Bowling for Soup really needs some stiff competition these days.
Portrait of a Blank Slate. The whole thing. I hope you like it. I mean, you probably
You
like it.
didn't hit him in the throat. I'm picturing the most comical situation occurring, all right? Dude, Tyler's running to the opera, okay, for his opera audition. When a big white truck, oh, and of course Tyler has bread in his mouth. When a big white truck comes and hits Tyler, you know? But can he find Latvia? Dude, Latvia mentioned. But instead of getting reincarnated as a, I don't know, as a shield hero vending machine who can one-shot anything, They just came back as like a unemployable TikToker.
Already, let's be honest, it is your song, but I also hope you like the parts that I'm gonna do. The singing part, you know.
Oh. I'm like embarrassed for them.
This is a long intro for TikTok, but we can make it over here, so listen to it. It's amazing. I love this song. Shit.
It's sped up a little bit because this is like a re-upload.
I feel like I'm gonna do the Macarena.
Bro, they in the bathroom singing to Lovejoy.
He told me that much and now he's dead. So
This is rough. Yeah, I'm not an evil enough person that I can't have I'm actually cringing. My head is in my hands because I'm just upset that I'm like, you didn't even do this, you know?
to kill my indulgences with a sharp blow to the temple. Pick up the phone, call and do everything.
Oh no. Oh, that's rough. That's a rough one.
He says I could take a plastic camera, we could make such a pretty picture. Oh so happy, oh so happy. I'm pretty cool once you get to know me. I feel at some point I broke my
Did he say he has a roommate? Can the roommate, we're making fan fiction now. What if the roommate is like, it's an odd couple situation where it's like this guy that just like works really long hours in like a fucking emergency room clinic, and it's like, I come home and my fucking deadbeat roommate is singing in the bathroom again.
mind. I'm always searching
The craziest part is the real song sounds like this too. That's rough.
type. How do you want to make it look so easy? You open your heart up so quickly it scares me. She's an artist, paints across my chest, goes to parties, act like hotel guests, wake up Monday. Now it's over, don't you know no one gets what they came here for? I could paint her, wrapped around her, we could make such a
It's Jar and dreadlocks.
pretty picture. Oh so happy, oh so happy. I'm pretty cool once you get to know me. But how
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
I'm just the same. I've got a boring name. Across the world from what you wanted, what you came here for. So I waited for you. I said, please just let me stay. Oh, just let me stay. I guess you know now what to expect. He lives.
Oh my God, it's bad. It's bad. Oh man. You know, Wilbur Soot might not take you, but I'm pretty sure iNabber has done some mid music that you can come and fuck up even more. People here said the T messed up a good voice. I mean, maybe. Oh, that was a rough one. Holy shit. I'm not going to torture you with any more of that.
If you don't have anything nice to say, at least be entertaining. Here's a list of very real things I have said recently in response to nameless, faceless internet trolls who try to insult me, but
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, we're going to break a cardinal sin of the internet now, dude. No, Tyler, you can't do this. Pookie, no Jorkian on stream, and Benadryl, wow. Maybe I shouldn't say anything about possible adverse effects. A few puffs. It would have been really great if TTS could have read that, but I gotta fucking find new alerts, dude. Fucking, I am pissed, peeved, perturbed. Stream Elements just had to shut down, dude.
because they're fucking boring. Number 1, I will not think of you again. How much of you has already been forgotten? 2,
Oh my God. You know, you could do this without... You kind of undo that when you say that while making a TikTok.
when was the last time someone treated you gently? And why wasn't it you? 3, if
Wow. Uh-huh. Pretty recently, honestly.
you found kindness, would you know how to hold it? If you found it,
That's true. I do know how to hold it. I feel bad for Tyler in the regard of like you should know better and you seem like a idiot for not knowing better, but that it's just like, it almost feels, it's a very childish way of the internet, because it's just like, why can't we just all get along? And it's like, yeah, man, you're not really gonna find that on the internet. It just doesn't work that way.
Would you even know?
Yeah, he has immortalized the commenter as E.A. Nasir by responding to it.
4. Can you feel the breath atrophy in your lungs? And why do you let it? 5.
What the fuck does that have? All right, well, that one doesn't even make sense.
What if your life is truly your own when even your name was chosen for you? 6.
I don't know what that even... That... all right, what is this? The Sphinx Riddles 10, dude? This is like the guy who's like, I feel that this person is ontologically evil, which is a word I've definitely used before.
How long will you stare at your own reflection before you realize it doesn't know you? 7. I wonder...
Well, I stare at my own reflection because I'm handsome. They say that Narcissus ain't got nothing on me. I've been staring at myself before they even invented reflections.
worth of your words when your voice turns deaf all who hear it. 8. And my personal favorite. When did you last feel the weight of your own soul? And why can't you feel it anymore?
What does that even... What the fuck does that even mean, dude? What does that even mean? When I'm standing in the sea of reeds and Osiris is judging my worth against the weight of a feather, well, my soul is probably going to be weighing a lot more than the feather, and then I'm going to be sent to the fiery pits of wherever the fuck they send people. But, you know, at least I'm aware of it, you know, I'm completely cogent of that reality.
I used to think I was a changeling as a kid.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Oh.
Okay, love you, bye.
Do not deign to plague me. I will haunt.
If you don't have...
You can't haunt me. I've been haunted by many much worse than you. I would actually like to see you try. Oh god. I not even gonna lie, Tyler does not have the sauce for like an internet fight, you know what I mean? Like you sometimes see people who do, but this motherfucker do not. I had a dream where a secretly beautiful man was trying to disguise himself as Willem Dafoe, and then asked my ex if I was single, only to then kiss me like he meant it when told that I was. Totally normal way to start a Tuesday. Probably not. No psychoanalysis. It'll only hurt us both, lol. What? I mean, it kind of sounds like you're into older men, but you're trying to find yourself a twink. You should try the bingo hall instead of the concert hall. It might be more your speed. You want the truth, you can't handle the truth. This meeting could have been a kiss on the lips. Dude, if only Wilbur Soot were to kiss Tyler. Let's make some space. I got too many tabs open, dude. I'm gonna blow it all up. I'm gonna blow it all up, so I'm gonna fall apart. There we go. There we go.
Hi, my name is Tyler, and I'm currently in the process of using my beaded jewelry as a means to move all the way from Texas
Wow, that's
to England. Point. And right now, we're in the final stretch. Meeting last year's goal meant that I was able to take care of everything keeping me here and remove a ton of obstacles. And after about 2 years...
You know what's fucking insane? The fact that this person has made enough money to do that? That's gotta be a lie. Did Tyler actually make it to England on this?
of padding my resume. Now all that's really left is getting my visa endorsed and covering the actual moving expenses. and I am 100% determined to let 2026 be the last year I ever live in Texas. But I do have a small confession to make. See, I don't know if you know
I'm actually short by hundreds of thousands of dollars.
this, but England is really small, especially to an American. So when I first started talking publicly about this goal, a lot of people were wondering where specifically I wanted to move to. And I'll be honest,
He is stuck in Texas.
I didn't want to answer. And while I really didn't want to offend anyone by not answering, I also really didn't want to tell the truth. So, me being me, I just picked a popular, well-known city that I know.
Anyone willingly going to England is already off their rocker. I'm gonna sound like quite the insane person here, but I really like the dreary. I like dreary, so I really like England. I haven't been, so maybe it's just like it's not like I'm looking at like attractive photos of England. It's just like when I go around on Google Maps, it's like always dreary and miserable, and I'm like, God, I fucking love this. I love how dreary and perpetually miserable it all looks.
I'd be spending a considerable amount of time in. That being Brighton.
Relatable. I was there for 6 months. It kind of sucked. Okay, you want to move to Brighton? All right, man. I think you need to lower that bar to a much cheaper B, perhaps Birmingham.
I love their football club. I love their thriving art and music scene.
You do not watch football. Do not even get me... Dude, don't even lie to me, dude.
Beautiful place. But I can't afford to live there. I can afford to be seen there, though. But if you don't mind, I think it's time that I stop leaning into that bit. Because honestly, I don't have a plan for where in England yet. Wherever I can get, really. Honestly, I just want out of here. Even if I somehow end up in Scotland, or Ireland, or Wales, or Northern Ireland. Even though I fully believe in a united Ireland. Still better than here.
I was talking with Hal today about the Troubles, and she was making a joke to be like, oh, well, fucking Margaret Thatcher should die. And I'm like, all right, well, we better dig her out and kill her again.
So I hope you'll forgive my little deception. And if you would like to help me move, even if it isn't to Brighton specifically, you can find all my links in the clicky thing that you click on. Right now, my hopefully final goal is to sell at least 1,000 bracelets and finish the last leg of my GoFundMe. I've wanted to make this move since I was like 16, and I've been...
Dude, the craziest part of to be so unabashedly delusional is quite the superpower, I will not lie.
actively working towards it for, what,
because like I, as a person, would come against the reality of the world and then instantly go, well, shit's fucked. Guess I'll sit here.
6 years? Now that it's finally within my reach, I'm just going all in. I'm locking the fuck in. And I will never not be grateful for everyone who's helped me get this far. So thank you, both in retrospect and in advance. And I'm gonna go get back to work. Okay, love you, bye.
You know how people say that when your palm itches, you got money coming in? I wonder if there's a spiritual significance to my eyebrow being itchy.
Oh, brother. You got like 1,600 from the GoFundMe, which is crazy to me. That's fucking insane, dude. Use the GoFundMe. Help a disabled trans guy. 16,000! We got people donating tens of dollars 8 days ago. Help a disabled trans guy escape Texas. Hi, friends. My name is Tyler, and I am disabled transgender artist from Oklahoma. I'm also new in town. I'm currently stuck in Texas. I've been given an amazing opportunity to move to England and further my art career. Considering everything that is currently working against my safety here, I'm doing everything I can to make it happen. I don't want to live in exhaustion and fear the rest of my life that I have left. I'm hoping that it isn't too much to ask for. So if anyone is willing and able, I would appreciate any cent of support that could possibly help this fundraiser to help with bills, medication, updated documents, moving fees, plane tickets, and finding housing once I'm able to move. Wow. $16,000.
Okay, first of all, you didn't find shit. I posted her on.
What? Found your mom, bitch, Lamau. Send us your self-harm scars. We want to see. Fresh cuts would be even better. Wow. Oh, brother.
My Instagram story. Second, though, since we're talking mothers, if anyone wants to help me find out who this person actually is, so that I can have a
Oh, God. Why are you doing this to yourself? Just ignore it. Just ignore it. But that's him on an alt. I'm willing to believe it's a stranger. I'm willing to believe it's a stranger. Absolutely. It's probably real. Like, there are tons of people like this. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Especially with how much people fucking can't stand Tyler. I think they're funny. I think Tyler's like a little weirdo. But ultimately, outside of the possibility of devouring Wilbur Soot whole, there's really not much that is that bad.
discussion with theirs and ultimately press charges. That would be wonderful.
What are you gonna
Don't
press charges for someone saying that you should fucking cut yourself on the internet? Oh, Dios. Yeah. Good luck.
Just DM me because we're not doxing. Especially because I'm pretty
Just
sure this
DM me.
person is like 13.
I'm gonna send this 13-year-old to court. Yeah, so you should just like go, all right, that's stupid, and move on. Isn't he a stalker? Yeah, I mean a stalker for Wilbur Soot. But you don't see anybody like finger wagging to protect Wilbur Soot. They're finger wagging to call Tyler a broke ass hoe who's obsessed with a person who's a piece of shit. All right, that's what the story is. So even if the stalking part is completely true, the way that people are tackling it is not Tyler's a stalker. It's that Tyler is obsessed with a famous celebrity and they're a fucking loser piece of shit.
Finally saying all those bad words I shouldn't be saying. The second, though, if you had actually found my mother, you would know that she was a nurse for like 12, 15 years, somewhere in there. And now that she's retired, all she does is rewatch old episodes of Grey's Anatomy. And you expect me to be...
Dude, I bet you his mother loves the pit.
What, scared? Because you showed me a picture of a corpse? There isn't even any blood in there. What do you think you're doing? Have you ever seen a baby?
Yeah, people donated to get him to will, saying it's karmic justice. Yeah, there are people... Yeah, you gotta understand, right? Where we're sitting here going, wait, this guy's creepy. There's something creepy about this. The way most normal people are talking about this is that, good, Wilbur Soot deserves this. Which is not true.
Try to punch an adult, and they're trying so hard. They're trying so hard, but the adult's just laughing, and the baby just gets more and more progressively angry over time. That's what this is to me. Also, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma. I've seen fresh dead things. And ones that have been out in the sun for too long. So you, trying to go after my mother in her house with her husband and their family? I'd say good luck, but you ain't getting it. Going after them instead of me would make Castle Doctrine a whole lot worse for you, I'll say that. Seriously though, I could do this all day. How many accounts you got? Anyway, if anyone wants to help me move out of Texas...
I cannot believe how much money they have raised. I am mad. I am mad. If I got 16 grand right now, it would not demonstrably move the needle. But it wouldn't move the needle.
I would be willing to stay in the U.S.
Like, it's not a life-changing amount of money, but it is an immediate circumstance changer.
Long enough to see that guy face criminal charges, but eventually I'm getting the fuck out of here. Also, this mug holds the perfect amount of water to make my tea perfect, and I appreciate that about it. Okay.
Okay. This is just a funny one. It's a Wilbur Soot stan account. I want to write more parasocial Wilbur Soot smut, but I fear feeling like Tyler Catastrophe. Damn. Oh, we got a fit check here.
As promised,
Oh my god. Dude, we got the queer riddler here. We got the Quizzler. Oh my god, go get your shit tailored. That suit jacket is too tight. Those pants are fucking... First of all, it looks like you're wearing dark jeans. Has-been Hotel CEAs in 3 weeks. God. The like the clash you have with the velvet vest and like a polyester suit jacket is like abysmal, okay? I cannot... Look, if you guys ever see me in real life, I dress pretty like preppy. I do like a prep goth thing, so I wear a lot of like button-down shirts and pants, and like all my shit's tailored. Or not like tailored, but like I get my pants hemmed. My suit jackets are always like fitted and tailored, so that way it's all like appropriate and correct. So I don't really buy a lot of stuff, or I buy most of my stuff secondhand. But like with a 2-button suit, by the way, you should just leave the bottom button unbuttoned. It also is too tight for you. It just is. And I really dislike the fact that these dark jeans... Yeah, I do business goth. A business goth is a way to do it. But I'll do some prep stuff in there. I'm preppy. I wear pants. You'd be surprised. Everybody's wearing sweatpants these days. Like, there's so many things here that are like an issue. The cane, I know Tyler is disabled, so that cane probably serves like a real function. But like a wood cane like that, I feel kind of probably get like a darker one maybe. Maybe get one to match the tie, like a black and white one would be nice.
I would just like to take a second to thank everyone who helped me look this fucking good. Holy...
You are wearing 2 sizes too small on that suit jacket. You should not look like you're bursting out of the seams.
shit, oh my god.
Can't believe this is how I find out about the next Doctor Who.
Thank you to Ty.
Their hair looks a lot better in this because they definitely got it cut recently. But the beard needs to go, or we need to be putting some Rogaine on our chin.
Especially for helping me with this wonderful jacket. Oh my god. And to everyone who helped me pay for the rest of the outfit. Holy...
God damn it. God damn it. Do I need to be hounding you people for money more? What the fuck? This is ridiculous. None of you should be funding this person's lifestyle. You shouldn't be funding their lifestyle if this is the shit they're gonna be picking up at JCPenney's. He looks like he's about to invent the penny farthing.
I keep forgetting how wonderful TikTok is, and all of you are. Thank you so much. I am gonna cry for different reasons today. And a huge...
Oh my god, what is that belt you're wearing? God, what an ugly belt. What an ugly belt. Oh my god, it doesn't fit with the formal fit at all. Your cups? Why are your cups so big? You look like you're wearing like a fucking mid-century 1600s jerkin.
Huge fucking thanks to Terry who made my vest. It was definitely the best one of the night. And shout out to the Mona Lisa pin I found yesterday. But...
I've never seen somebody who's so incapable of dressing themselves. Bro, I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet of a TikTok. That's how many degrees of fucking dysfunction I'm in. But I saw a tweet of a TikTok being like, it was like a black guy, and he's like, yo, dog, I love the trans community, but And then it was like booing. He's like, whoa, 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 hold on. But if I was a girl, I've had that shit on every day. I wouldn't be dressing like how some of these people are dressing. What do you mean you're dressing like this and you a pretty girl? Damn, I'll be having to dress on every day. Like, you know, but it's like the same kind of like, why are you doing it to yourself?
Holy shit.
I would never feel dressy in jeans. Ever. I just don't. They're not dressy. You can make them kind of casual dress, but like for a formal event, absolutely not. No. He was born to be a millennial. Dude, this is like the millennial ska band member.
I can't thank y'all enough.
This is how Pirate Software dresses at events. Yes.
Thank y'all so much. I look amazing.
No.
Hit me up, ladies. I am very single.
At least you're wearing shoes. At least you're wearing shoes.
Okay, love you. Bye. Thank you so much.
Dude, that fucking the pin on the tie, brother. Oh shit. Oh god. The suit is the biggest one. Well, it isn't the biggest one. If it was the biggest one, it would have fit, but this is the OG Wilbur defense. Video down, many such cases. Pookie, put up a goal next time for a new tank top. People will donate, promise. Yeah, but I try not to do tank tops anymore because Cat was taken, kept bullying me for not wearing sleeves. Do not give him credit for wearing shoes at the function.
Yeah, babes, these comments make no sense to me. Like, can you just not grow facial hair? Do you not understand anatomy? Because this is jaw. This is neck. This is jaw.
Yes, but the beard looks like a neck beard because it's below the whatchamacallit on your face, so it doesn't travel up far enough.
Neck, jaw.
Yeah, it's like you're saying, no, by all intents and purposes, it is a neck beard. All right?
Like, I can understand if you called it a chin strap. Like, it's not.
It is a chin strap. What are you saying that's a beard? All right, look, man. I understand that you're transitioning and you're going through it, but let's call a spade here. All right? Like, don't be flying to England, go to Turkey, dude. All right? Just literally just clean the edges. Unironically, you could just do like sideburns. Just do sideburns and grow out the sideburns.
It's just not. But, like, if you called it that, I would understand a little bit more. But there's no hair on my neck. I shave my neck. I trim here, I shave here. I shave my cheeks because I don't like it.
Why? Why? You look ridiculous.
My cheeks. You can just say you don't get it.
You just say you don't get it? No. Here's the thing, Tyler. I get it. Because I used to have that awful shit on. I used to do it, and it looked bad. Okay? You want Tyler to sport mutton chops? I think mutton chops and a mustache would do so well for Tyler's Reddit karma.
If you want to insult me, pick something else. Because right now, you're just annoying. And, like, that's it. Like, you can be annoying. That's fine. People love being annoying. But right now, shadow on my face. Fuck you. I don't care. So yeah, no hair on my neck.
You would look like Cybersmith. You know what's really funny? I'll No, I'm not gonna finish that. I'm not gonna finish that thought. Inside thought.
At all. Not even a little. However, I do make jewelry for your neck. So you can buy that at the link in my bio and help me move out of Texas. It's very cool. You'll love it. It's not nearly as itchy as a neck beard. Which, again, I do not have. Just saying. I just realized I put my ring on
Damn,
the
Diesel's
wrong
so
hand.
broke he had to sell his webcam. No, my camera, which was like a $2,000 camera, melted. And so now we have no camera. And I'm fucking skipping meals to save up for a new camera. So I'm hoping to get there soon, but we'll see.
Morning. I'm not married. I could be, but I'm
Peep the Evanescence in the background. Do we see that? Do we see that? We all see that.
not.
It melted? Yeah. Yeah, it melted. Because it would overheat. No, it melted just running. I from streaming, it died. 100%. It melted from streaming. Yeah, the overheating caused permanent damage.
I am open to marriage proposals.
Yeah,
Probably.
well, that's why you haven't had a first date, because you just want to go to marriage.
At this point, who needs a talking stage? Not from this person, though. They don't know what a neck is. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work.
This is why you shouldn't buy a camera made out of butter. That's so true. $2,000 for it to melt like a $15 one. It was always an issue with the camera. It's just that the camera never had that issue because it didn't run for a long time when it was my main camera. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. Very pogs. Very pogs. I wish it would play the Yandere Dev clip there, you know. That would have helped. It would have helped ease those $20. Thank you. Yeah, it's so it was a Fujifilm XS10, which is honestly probably my favorite form factor Fujifilm camera. Okay? It is by far the best. It is both pocketable but also has an amazing handle. All right? Did your Streamlabs also melt away? No. So Stream Elements is going under. And so that it's just a lot of things at once, Nova, okay? It's a lot of things at once. It is what it is. That's life. Bada bing, bada boom, we move. But yes, an XS10 is an amazing camera. I hear the XS20, yeah, Stream Elements is actually going under, for real. There's about 30 days for all of us to like move our stuff to a new platform, but it's very difficult, so I'm trying to figure out what to do. But yeah. Do you have a camera you're looking at? Got a price range? I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do. The market for cameras is pretty bad right now. I don't want to go to a webcam because I just haven't been impressed with the look. But I honestly, I might do a webcam because I think it's more in my price range. Someone put a curse on you? No, I genuinely think somebody put a curse on me. I really do think that a curse was put on me. But my luck has been very bad lately. It's been very exhausting. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, but you know, I don't want to belabor the point. You know, that's really it. But yeah, the camera market is pretty bad. I was looking at the Insta360 Link 2 or the Link 2 Pro, which is I think 189. The Link 2 Pro is the one with the gimbal, and the Link 2 Pro is about 229, somewhere around there. So I might just do that. I really don't want to use a webcam, but I think I might have to just dig in deep and use a webcam and just, you know, hope that it kind of meets my needs. Even though it kind of doesn't. I don't really like how they look, but, you know, I don't know. We'll figure it out. If it looks bad, I could just return it, right? That's really what it is. If it looks bad, I could return it. But that's what I'm thinking is probably the Link 2 Pro, because that just came out and it's not that bad. So yeah, so a webcam. Not happy about switching from a mirrorless to a webcam, but yeah.
Jewelry for people's necks. Okay, love you, bye. If you're jealous of my awesome facial hair, you can just say that.
Well, Tyler, I do not think I agree with such a sentiment. Let's get to more. Oh, an Arctic Monkeys cover. An Arctic Monkeys cover.
First of all, thank you. Let's see.
Oh, okay. I have this is a slash serious statement. Why doesn't Tyler just like draw on the rest of his beard? That's like slash serious. Okay.
Forever isn't for...
Witchy girl reporting for duty. Need to clear curse. Okay, I'm not saying that I think Cloudy put a curse on me, but I do think she put a curse on me. Tyler Catastrophe is Glenn Close from Fatal Attraction.
For your camera.
God damn! God damn! What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't even believe that that's real. Who the fuck? Well, shit. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Brother, you just gave me like a down payment for a car. God damn. Thank you. Thank you so much. Fuck. I don't even know what to say. What am I even supposed to say to that? I'm just kind of staring at the screen right now, looking at chat. I did buy buy a car myself. Oh god, holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, I think I owe you like a yeah, melon stream. I wish my fucking thighs. Get a Sony ZV-E1. No, because that camera also has overheating. Do an egg cleanse. I don't even know what that is. Is that a witch thing? Is that a Wiccan thing? Or is that like I eat eggs to like shit? Yeah, thank you, for real, for real. I don't wanna delay anything anymore. Because I know you guys are here for the content, but thank you. I appreciate it. It's supposed to help clear. You rub egg on your wrist. I don't want to believe you. Is that true? If I look that up right now, is that gonna egg stream? I know what you mean by that. That's a different thing. You're talking about something different. You boil water, break an egg, and the shape of the egg in the water tells you if you're cursed, supposedly. Diesel does not eat self shitting. Well, we did it, chat. We did it, Reddit. We funded my new camera, so that was way faster than I thought it would be, not gonna lie. But yes, it did melt. I wish I could show you. Hold on. I will post a picture in the server of what happened to it. Okay, I will show you all. Hold on. I took a picture recently to be like, oops, shit brokey. Hold on. Let me get this up. Let me go to my photos, images. Here we go. I just put it in general. Oh god, that looks fucked up. You know what? You know what's really funny about this? Hold on, I can actually pull this up on stream. What am I doing? Dude, fucking streamer Andy over here. Dude, okay, so sometimes when I hold the camera up with the lens, it makes like a purple outline, right? But I know that this is like the connectors connecting the sensor to the hardware on the camera that lets the lens view things is broken, because when it shows up sometimes it has like this bitmap of like where a person is, but it can't see the person. So like the part of the sensor that like does autofocus is separate from the vision part. So the vision part is broken, but then the other part works. No, it's not the screen. It's not the screen. It is actually the inside sensor, like the chip, the vision, right? The chip that connects everything together, right? So when you take a photo, the photos look like this too, right? Because the chip has become desoldered. So like it basically unsolders the chip from the camera. So that's why the heat issue is a problem. So that is what happened to it. And I can sometimes get it to see stuff if I shake the camera. I'm based off of everything I've read, the internals got really, really hot. It got really, really hot. Bro, it's the elephant foot. It would get so hot that I couldn't touch it after stream. So when I'm on stream with that camera, what I had was a it might have gotten that hot on the inside. But you know what I did to try and keep the temperature down? I put fans on it. So I had CPU fans that were housed in like these steel cases that are built for cameras. And I had one of those on it. And one of the fans actually died because I would have it run so much. I still have it. I need to throw it out. I kind of want to see if I can like recycle it for the titanium that's around it or the aluminum. Because I think this is at least like a little bit of aluminum. So it seems like a waste. Either that or I might replace the fan on the inside, which would be pretty easy. Like it's very easy to fix that. It's like a very simple fan. So I think I could fix it. Use that mystical practice of egg cleansing. I don't know if I'm gonna do this. Wrap it in ice. I would start to do stuff like that once it was getting really bad, but then after a while, so I knew it was going when I would try to start stream. And it was separating the colors. So what I would see like a blue version of me, and then sometimes it would be like a purple version, or sometimes it would be a red version, and I'm like, oh man, everything's fucked. But yes, that is what happened to it. We got some more thirst trapping from Tyler to get back on topic.
I absolutely love how respectfully feral some of y'all get when I show off the jewelry I make and sell in a way that could be considered a thirst trap, because 99%
I don't know about that. Yeah, I would turn. Yes, I was the purple guy. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. You know what, Kim? I'm inclined to be a little Wiccan because I don't. You know, you got to fight fire with fire. I do know someone who is a witch, so I might ask them to do something.
The only reason I film them is because it's like 1:30 in the morning and I'm bored. Technically,
Unemployed behavior be like, it's 1:30 in the morning and I'm doing a thirst trap. I'm sorry, that was like such a fucking Northern Lion ass sentence. I've been watching a lot of librarian clips lately.
35. Anyway, you should buy some jewelry and tell me I'm pretty.
I'm good. I'm good, actually. I'm all full. How to read tarot cards, since you've clearly reached that point. I am not a superstitious person, but I have reached that point. There's a side I'll never show. Oh my god. What is with Tyler wearing pants like fucking way too small for him? What is that build? Here's the thing. Bigger people can look fly as hell, but you gotta, you know, dress to fit you, you know? Tarot is cool and can make you look at situations in different lights, even if you don't believe in divination, to be honest. That's true. That's true. He's got that gun. That's crazy. No, it doesn't flatter the tummy. Well, here's the thing. It's like gonna, you know, it's constricting, you know? I used to be fat. I'm still kind of fat. I got some serious love handle action. But like when I wear pants, I don't rest my pants above my belly button. You know, I put my pants on my waistline, which is below the belly button and below where you're generally going to have like the gut overhang, right? And then I'll also wear straight cut pants because skinny cut pants are going to like fucking rip because my ass is fat, you know? Yeah, you look pregnant. He looks pregante.
Only me and the devil. Only me and the devil.
That's crazy. That's a bunch of cards. That's it? I don't know. What was I supposed to see? Let's see. We got more. We got even more. Holy shit. There's some YouTuber videos in here, but I don't know if I'm ready for those yet.
I said I have a crush on a guy in a band who I do not know and have met.
All spades, how boring. Why are there 5 cards? Is it a flush? Was that like a flush? Dude, Balatro Andes we like. So that's not a card. What is that? It's like an ace of spades, an ace of spades, an ace of spades, an ace of spades, an ace of spades. Wait a second. It's not. It's showing the art. Take your bets. Okay. Those cards look like onions. Yes. My sister told me she was pregnant by sending me the stupid "Am I Pregnant" video, and then got upset when I didn't realize she was serious. Okay. Well, to be fair, I wouldn't have figured that out either. I'm with you on that one. That one's too vague. That was too vague. She was too vague. She wasn't, but I guess congratulations, you're gonna be an uncle. The art is like $400. It is not $400. That art is not $400. Absolutely not. I mean, cost of materials maybe, but like, it's tarot. You can use playing cards for tarot. Yeah, but why are there? But like in a regular deck of cards, there's not that many ace of spades. There's not that many there. Are we looking at the art? Yeah. Is the ace of spades like a meaningful thing? Now, this might just be my gooner brain, but usually when I see an ace of spades, I think of people who like BBC. So, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm thinking maybe they used oil, but let's be real, maybe it was acrylic. What? Do you guys really know about the ace of spades, like black cock ownership thing? Do you not know about that thing? Do you guys really not know? I'm not gonna go over that right now. I'm not going over that. We don't really got time to go into that. Just know that's a thing. All right. Maybe he just likes Motorhead. No, I don't. I don't know if Axis is here, but Axis 100% knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, Queen of Spades. Yeah. It's like it's the letter Q inside of a spade. I'm sorry, Axis. You're the only chatter I know that's definitely black.
And because I was not strictly...
I can't look at Queen of Spades regularly again. Yeah, it's like a Q with the spade. Yeah.
literal in a video that was for entertainment, I have somehow become the target of a weeks-long ridiculous smear campaign that, frankly, I don't want to understand. And while part of me knows that it's probably smart to just hope it dies out, it just keeps getting worse, so I'm gonna say some shit. I am not the one stalking comment sections hoping to see someone I do not know. You are. I am not the one making fake accounts to stalk someone I do not know. You are.
Man, Tyler was actually at his wit's end about this, huh?
I am not the one making money off of lying and talking about someone I do not know. You are. I am not the one writing...
Look, I mean, not to do what we do a hashtag callback, but the, you know, let's call a spade here. You're, like, absolutely obsessed with Wilbur Soot. But then outside of that, and you being, like, annoying, the most you have done is created or had the egregious sin of being cringe on the internet. All right? Like, if I am to finger wag at you, the most you have done is like just be like an e-beggar. And even then, it's like, I don't even think I can care anymore, man. Kevin O'Leary's trying to ruin the planet. You know, I think I want to direct that hatred at him. You know what I mean? Like, I can't.
Fiction and making edits and drawing fan art and using AI to make slop of people I don't know kissing. You are. I'm not the one pretending to be related to someone just to spread lies. You are. I am not the one wishing death and torture and rape and worse on someone I do not know.
That's crazy if that was happening.
Just because they said they had a crush. You are. And I am most certainly not the one using AI to try and convince people on the internet that someone I have never interacted with is a pedophile. That's 100% on you. I said that I thought a guy was hot and funny and interesting in a video where I was not strictly literal. And then I said that because I am confident and like myself, that maybe he would like me if he gave me a chance.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad, dude. You're fucking curdling my cold black heart, dude.
Interested in men, because again, I don't know his sexuality. I do not care where he lives. I do not care who he's seeing. I do not care what he does for fun in his free time, because it has no effect on my life. I have a physical type. He happens to be that type. I have very high standards. I do not want someone who does not meet that standard.
Well, you know, people who are like, I have high standards, and then go, I'm cripplingly lonely. I think you should look inside, inward.
That is all I fucking said. And right now, the only reason most of my videos are still up is because I do not want to give people more room to lie. Clearly, all of those videos have missed such a large mark. I don't know how we got here. I don't want to know. But at this point, I have spent my entire life overcoming things that most people would never even have to imagine.
Oh
And
no, we're gonna start Sephiroth posting in this one, aren't we?
long time being just the scapegoat for everyone around me. So I know that there are people who have no interest in the truth, no matter how big it is. And I know that there are people who will post anything that gets views. Consequences be damned. I actually left the creator program months ago because I didn't like the incentive it gave to, like, trigger people. And
Well, you're like a fucking moron to just leave money on the table, but like, okay, I guess. Dude, my morals are so incorruptible that I've left all this money on the table because I'm so incorruptible and moral. All right, man. And fucking Elon Musk, like, fucking his father ran like a fucking emerald mine where they like definitely killed people. And, you know, there was that rich guy who definitely didn't have his, was that one Kevin O'Leary? There was one of them who had like a serendipitous death on one of their boats. And then it was like played off as like a drunk thing.
and start rage bait, and it's stupid. I don't like it. So really the only thing I have to say to the people who are using my name to get views and make money in a way that is not true and is very deceptive, I hope you plan to donate every single cent that you have made off of misrepresenting my character and using my name for views.
Okay.
To the ACLU, to Planned Parenthood, to the people of Palestine or Lebanon or the Congo or Sudan, to Indigenous or Black Lives Matter charities. You have a lot
Oh, God. Oh, you couldn't write better satire.
of options, because frankly, every other problem on Earth right now is bigger and more important.
I agree. I agree with the sentiment. I have stated the sentiment. Okay? And then in the same breath, I can also say that I think it's really inappropriate of you to try and, you know, fleece money from people so that way you could move to a country where your idol is, right? Like, honestly, I guess if you find Wilbur Soot in a dark alley and you take advantage of him, then I could care. But, like, up until that point happens, I really can't, like, you know, do more. Which it could be 16,000. We finally hit the goal. Thank you. Very poggies. I mean, we definitely should have hit it earlier, but let me make sure I put on some stimulation for you guys since I'm not on camera.
crush on another guy. And while it would be nice to have a little more money, because I have goals of my own to work towards, I want absolutely nothing to do with any of that money. And otherwise, I hope you end up regretting every single cent you have made off of misrepresenting
Some
me.
r/stims. Yeah, guys. All right, everybody, take out your crack pipe. We're gonna hit the booth right now. All right, everybody, we're gonna all be taking MDMA together on this stream. All right, 3, 2, 1, pop your mollies.
Because I am a good person. I am kind, and I do not deserve any of this. I believe that other people are mostly good. I believe that people can change when they have motivation to do so. And I hope that you
See,
all
but the Minecraft parkour works really good for me. You know, I benefit from the stimulation too.
learn from this in the future, because there's really nowhere else to go. I do not like being angry. And I am
Hard
angry
drugs in this economy. You know, you say that, but somehow they find a way.
that I have been pushed to being angry. But I am angry. I'm angry for a lot of reasons. Angry to the point of tears, because I have so many worse problems than this, and somehow we are still here. My birthday is this month, and as of that day, I will have been in pain for 7.5 years. Even in my dreams, I am in pain.
Oh my gosh.
Because
It's like you have POTS.
someone hit me with their car at around 50 miles an
You got
hour.
hit at 50 miles an hour and you're not dead? Jesus Christ, I'd be kissing the ground every day I walked. You stand up. You stand up. What do you mean you were hit at 50 miles an hour? You should have gone flying like a fucking fat football.
And I decided to keep living after it. I will be in pain for the rest of my life, and I have fought.
I don't think I'm winning any Tyler Catastrophe support by calling him a fat football.
hell to build a life that is worthy of that pain and worth killing.
Brian, look out. Yeah. I'm like, Brian got hit by the car. Yeah, I was thinking of like the Family Guy dead on the floor thing.
Through it. And with everything else that I have chosen to survive, I don't think any of you deserve to make me regret that decision. So if you are only here hoping to see me crash and burn, go fuck yourself. And if you're here trying to see if what you've heard is
Dude,
true,
the internet loves tears. They always respond well to that. Oh man, that's rough. Here's a pre-car accident singing.
I've been performing since I was 10, and in 2019, I was actually a semi-professional vocalist.
This is actually just a murder, dude. Holy shit.
My love be stronger. Hold me until the time comes. Then breathe in the moment. Break the rules we know. Show me a sunrise. Live in the depth in your eyes. Think coming together.
So this could be Tyler when he was 16, or Tyler like right before the car accident, you know? I don't know, man. Yeah, he was ruled at fault in the police report, plus driving without a license or insurance. Wow, that's some crazy work. Yeah, the flatness hasn't really changed either. Yeah. Yes. Yep. What could this be? It's unavailable is what it is. Content cucked by the TikTok algorithm. Tyler's been claiming that Stuart Sample offered him a job. All he needed to do is get to England. Not how that works. Yeah, they would have paid their, like, the way to England.
I was supposed to be working for Stuart Semple of Black is Black and Culture Hustle fame. I was actually supposed to be working for him as part of Culture Hustle. And obviously, I'm not. And I don't like dragging names if I don't have to, but some people were messaging me to guess, and I would rather be honest than allow speculation. Because that's how people get hurt for no reason. And if I'm being entirely honest, I am still so pissed off at him. Not pissed off in a he needs to lose his entire career kind of way, but pissed off in a I deserve an apology kind of way. I still think he's built something great, and I adore everyone who works for him. Some of my friends still work for him. I love them very much. But because he would not be honest with me, I wound up almost homeless, and I'm still fucking
I feel like you are lying on the basis of if you want to get any job in showbiz, you can't be such outwardly vocal about somebody being mildly annoying.
was homeless because of it. My career was in a full upswing. I had just done my first solo exhibition. I was being handed so many opportunities. As stupid as it sounds, I was kind of a local celebrity, but I knew that my dreams were a whole lot
what does any of this even mean? What is a vocalist local celebrity? I'm like, unless you're like performing somewhere, you're basically like professionally unemployed, right? Like being a vocalist is like the same kind of fake career thing as like a podcaster, voice actor, or YouTuber. All right, these things all inhabit the same fake job position in my mind.
in Texas, and I needed something else. And after getting to go to England and visit the Culture Hustle studio and absolutely fall in love with the work they do there, and after looking up to Stuart Semple for like half my life, I asked if I could work for him, and he said that we could figure something out. And he knew that I had a deadline to make it happen, but once that deadline started approaching, he completely ghosted me for months. And because I wanted to see the best in him, I assumed that he was just busy. I continued doing what I needed to do on my end, fundraising.
So like, okay, all right. They're not gonna do it yet, but they might start doing it in the future. Why don't you just take out a humongous loan and then go to England and then not pay it back? What are they gonna do? Get you? You're in another country. They can't collect on your debt.
My ass off, turning down opportunities, selling almost everything that I owned, stuff that I still have not been able to afford to replace over a year later, but the closer we got to that deadline, the less I got. And if it weren't for my friends at Culture Hustle, who some of them still work for him, I definitely would have gone insane. I would have lost my cool, probably. And to their credit, they were also telling him he needed to talk to me, but eventually I just went around him to his assistant, and she was kind enough to give me the no that I needed. And listen, I am a grown man. I handle rejection very well. I'm more focused on taking the risk than I am on the outcome most of the time. Which I think I already said. I don't know, it's hard to think when I'm angry. And you want to know what the worst part is? Before I got that no when I was still holding on to hope, I got him in.
They'll send the Pinkertons. They're gonna send the Pinkertons to England, but they're gonna get into a fight with the Peaky Blinders. I've seen that episode of Peaky Blinders. I know what happens. Thomas Shelby wins.
With an artist liaison at Meow Wolf. And if there had been
I feel like you shouldn't be like, I'm going to do this job with you and then not currently have a job. You know, I don't think, look, being unemployed and at home at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday morning will make you go crazy. But in the same breath, would it not behoove you to maintain like a day job while you're pursuing your dreams so that way you could more feasibly reach the goals you want in life? I'm not saying you have to love it. You could hate every single fucking second of it, but like, you know, it would help.
Simple Meow Wolf collab, I would have been to thank for that. I could have done that for me. It could have been Tyler Catastrophe Meow Wolf, and that would have been awesome. But no, for some reason I thought he deserved it more. And I really have no one but myself to blame for that. That is totally on me. But it still fucking sucks, because he has made—
Dude, the Zoomer dream is to have a job, an apartment with no roommate. It's not even like, I want to own a home.
something so incredibly amazing.
Unemployed on a Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Ready to give up
You
everything.
say that, but then you'll be like, ah, fuck, I'm employed. I gotta be at work at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. No.
To be a part of it. And in the end, all I did was give up everything. Just to end up back on the ground, scrambling to pick up pieces of the things that I had built for myself. And now I may never be on the same level as Stuart Semple, but I am Tyler Salona. Even if I'm not a part of Culture Hustle, I am a part of Tyler fucking Catastrophe. And I've been doing that alone the whole damn time.
Oh my god, what a clown show. Hold on, this gets better.
Listen up, please. Oh my.
Lamau, Tyler's being discussed at a Culture Hustle subreddit. No. The guy responds.
I'm trying to move to England. There's a job waiting for me. It's something that I specialize in, and it'll give me enough free time. Also focus on my own work and building my own name. And I'm super excited. So it's gonna be with my friends, and it's awesome.
And right now, I'm actually incredibly lucky because I have friends in England who offered me a job doing things that I love with people that I love.
And now I have an incredible job working with amazing people in England waiting for me. And I just have to just love asking for help on the internet. Because like I found my dream.
You should be like, look, man. Just take out a loan, take out a bunch of debt, don't pay it back. You should be credit card maxing, okay? So that way you could go to England and ignore the debt collectors.
Job, and I got my dream job, but I gotta go to the dream job. And the only way to do that is to pay to get there.
I was supposed to be working for Stuart Semple of Black is Black and Culture Hustle fame. I was actually supposed to be working for him as part of Culture Hustle. Career was in a full upswing. I had just done my first solo exhibition. I was being handed so many opportunities. As stupid as it sounds, I was kind of a local celebrity, but I knew that my dreams were a whole lot bigger than Texas, and I needed something else. And after getting to go to England and
That's
visit...
bad advice. I know. That's the joke. Don't do that. If you're going to do that, go to a country that won't extradite you back to the United States.
Culture Hustle studio and absolutely fall in love with the work they do there. And after looking up to Stuart Semple for like half my life, I asked if I could work for him. And
Yeah, if they wanted to hire you, they would sponsor you. Yeah, if they really wanted you and you would have been that important to the job, just, you know, fucking, they would sponsor you. Yes. Why does a trans man move to Texas and then to the UK? Like, is he looking for a fight or something? Yeah, not the most inclusive places to end up. I mean, Texas could be like a matter of happenstance, but UK is like a deliberate decision.
we could figure something out. And he knew that I had a deadline to make it happen. But once that deadline started approaching,
Going into debt to move to North Korea, yeah, and then you're arrested the second you get there.
he completely ghosted me for months. And because I wanted to see the best in him, I assumed that he was just busy. I continued doing what I needed to do on my end, fundraising, working my ass off, turning down opportunities, selling almost everything that I owned, stuff that I still have not been able to afford to replace over a year later. But the closer we got to that deadline, the less I got. Eventually, I just went around him to his assistant, and she was kind enough to give me the no that I needed.
At the beginning of this year, I was staring homelessness in the eye and begging it to flinch. Because at the end of last year, I got really screwed over. I was supposed to have a job in England waiting for me, and then they pulled out at the very last minute. And
He was from Oklahoma like me. Texas is an improvement. Yeah, I would assume Texas is an improvement over Oklahoma. I don't know dick about Oklahoma. I assume there's just nothing but air there.
A couple years ago, I flew halfway around the world to meet an artist named Stuart Semple. With the help of the scheduling director at the time, I got to spend some time in the Culture Hustle studio. I made amazing friends, I helped work on some things, and he was the most inspired I had ever been in my life. I definitely did not want to leave, ever. Before this visit, during this visit, after this visit, me and Stuart had messaged back and forth quite a few times. I thought he was great. But then, of course, I got back to the States, realized I really didn't want to be there anymore, and I wanted to go back to England. So I took a chance, which is what got me to the studio in the first place. And I asked Stuart outright, hey, I need to be out of my current living place by this time. If I can get the funding together, if I can make a move happen, would you hire me? And when he said that we could probably make that happen, I was ecstatic. I was over the moon. And looking back, that really was just a positive maybe, but...
Paul is a real estate novelist.
Okay. Well, let's see what the guy had to say. Oh my god, this is fucking music. Hold on. Years ago, Tyler swung by. Nice bloke. Visiting the studio isn't a job offer, just to clarify. Oh, that's a rough. That's a rough. Oh my god. Dude, ain't nobody can sneak this like a British. By liking or commenting on this post, you agree that you fully understand that this is not a job offer. Oh! Oh, shit. Oh, God. God damn. The bio is the description. Oh, okay. Let's see. Tyler's unexpected visit from catastrophe to nostalgia. Explore the memorable moments from Tyler's surprise. This is an AI generated. Well, fuck you. Fuck you. I noticed it sounded like AI the second I started reading it. Fuck me. This painting is not a job offer. I made art out of Tyler's shape. Oh my god. Fucking unk using TikTok. I made art out of a Tyler-shaped catastrophe because you can't laugh at the craziness, you'd cry, and I wanted to make something for you all to remember the saga, so if you want and I'll paint you one. Oh my god. Oh, that's a brutal one. This is brutal. This one would kill me, I think. Who is this? This guy is like, I have seen this man's art before because I have seen it in real life. Shit. Yeah, I've walked by that in real life. It's actually humongous. Obviously I haven't seen that. Fucking Milan. So it's like he's done a lot of like big art. Humongous, yes. Didn't he make the Pink is Pink? Maybe? He also posted about not copying beadwork from native people. Oh boy. Oh, that one's not available. Oh, here's the Two-Spirit stuff. Hold on, there we go.
Was the land I was born to. I was born and raised in Oklahoma, arguably. But the one thing that really never stopped calling was the land I was born to. I was born and raised in Oklahoma, arguably the most indigenous state, given how many times it was taken away and then leased back to its people. Peoples who have endured immense suffering, time and time again, and even in continued suffering, have fought tooth and nail to keep not only their lives, but their ways alive, even when their stories and histories and ceremonies have been outlawed by people who saw what they had, saw their kindness and generosity, and decided to take everything they had away from them. And it's rare that I talk about my own beliefs and experiences with spirituality or whatever word you want to use for it, mostly because I'm not the debating type. But if there's one thing I hold to be absolutely true, is that the land remembers her people. And while there is a lot to be said about the generations of breeding out the savage, quote unquote, something I hate saying, and the very racist intentions of blood quantum, but when it comes to me personally, the land I was born to holds a great deal of importance to me. When I'm sure of nothing else, I'm sure of where I come from. And somewhere in the years of educating myself, and learning the stories and the histories, and finding the truths and the lies I was taught, I found the ways of my home. And while I would never claim a heritage, I have no way of proving.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Careful, guys. He's Nancy Pelosi posting.
I would never take opportunities away from the people that deserve them, and would never take up space in a culture I was not welcome to. If honoring the ways of the people of my home, learning their histories and doing what little I can to help keep their ways alive, and referring to myself as Two-Spirit as a way of honoring the weight of my own soul and the way it guides me.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. If I had a nickel for every time a white person was like, in my heart of hearts, I am Native American, I would have many nickels.
With the blessing of my deadliest auntie, by the way, is something that you would consider morally corrupt, then I don't think we will ever understand each other. There's a lot I don't share about myself, a lot I don't tell about myself, not because I'm ashamed or because I think it's wrong, but because it's likely to be misunderstood, and I don't always have the words to make it understandable. But at the end of the day, everyone has those things that are likely to be misunderstood. And with so many people's love of assuming things they have no way of knowing, it's really no wonder.
As a white Brazilian with native roots that are not even that far, that's not yours, bro. Okay, well, Brazilians are like basically like Spanish-speaking Latins, except you guys got the wrong language by accident. I mean, it wasn't really by accident, but let's not get into the details there. But like, you know, Latinos are allowed to be white as hell and be like, I'm actually this. That's how it works. It's just like the guy who's dancing and he's like, I know black, I'm Dominican.
We keep them to ourselves. But the one thing that really never stopped calling.
Oh, God.
This video is probably going to be the full 10 minutes because doing a part 2 feels really scummy. If you could please bear with me and stay to the end. I have a lot to say, and there's a lot you need to know, and apologies that need to be made. And I need to just lay it all out on the table.
What is this one about?
Because for the past...
Oh, the apology video? He lied about never identifying as Two-Spirit.
Panic for me. Because when this all started, and it was just people misinterpreting a video about a crush on a guy in a band, assuming a lot of things that were not true, or just straight up calling me cringe and ugly, a lot of the advice I was getting was just to keep posting confidently and show them they're not getting to you, and the internet has a short attention span. And I followed that advice. And when the death threats started, I think we all greatly underestimated just how far some people were going to go in order to hurt me and the people I care about. My family, my friends, anyone and everyone who has ever interacted with or supported me in any way. And by the time I realized what was happening, it was every second of every day, and I didn't know what the fuck to do. And in trying to put out any fire I could reach, I made a lot more mistakes, and every time I thought it was going to be okay, something else happened. And because I have a lot of commitments keeping me online, the GoFundMe orders
I have a lot of commitments.
I could not.
I have a lot of commitments keeping me online, says the YouTuber. Oh, God. Guys, I have a lot of commitments keeping me streaming. Well, technically I do. They're called my student loans, but that's, you know, I have a lot of other commitments. I will say, with my internet being so bad lately, I have been like fiending to stream. I've actually really missed this whole parasocial connection we have.
Step away. So I wound up in this awful spiral, barely eating, barely sleeping, So I completely checked out for a day or two, trying to just let myself catch up. And if you don't mind, I would like very much to try again.
Okay.
So first,
I mean, this is like time 422. Guys, I'm just so native. I just know it. Pocahontas made my Kokorogo Doki Doki like Big Thunder Little Prairie. That's how you activate like a Midwestern Mossad sleeper agent, okay? Dude, some guy is sitting behind his computer right now and he's like, I need to go on Twitter and start to try and get a guy to, you know, commit a domestic act. Can I move to New York to be your Tyler? Well, the rent's pretty high, probably higher than Brazil, so good luck with that.
I do not refer to myself as Two-Spirit.
That's a lie. You've lied. That's a lie.
Mistakenly done so in the past, in 2023, I think.
It wasn't even that way. It wasn't that long ago.
Honestly thought I deleted because I realized right after I posted the video that I fucked up.
But you just left it up until people started to call you out on it. Okay. Honestly, Tyler should have just doubled down here. This is what we call one of the double down scenarios, right? Instead of like betting that it was better to be woke, he should have just been like, I am Two-Spirit and I refuse to believe otherwise.
I made him.
Oh shit, you're in New York? Yeah, I've said this many a time.
Video about the differences between my own beadwork and the beadwork done by other native and indigenous peoples around me, ended up unearthing that old video that I had already self-corrected and again thought I had deleted. With everything else going on, I panicked. I ended up making another video that I did not think through.
See, this is why I preemptively got out ahead and just said that I've said the N-word, so like, you know, it makes it easy and I don't have to go through this whole rigmarole of, yeah, it was a different time in my life, blah blah blah.
That I ended up saying were entirely wrong.
Sorry, Mr. Streamer, I cannot remember what every streamer says. I won't do it again. Well, I mean, I do think I have a pretty characteristic accent, at the very least. I would be... If you were like, oh my god, Diesel, I thought you were from Boston. I would turn to stone, actually.
My exhaustion and overwhelm in the moment does not excuse it. I fucked up. And I am genuinely sorry. I promise I am just as upset with myself as anyone else was, and I have been corrected. But I knew that I could not address it until I had dealt with more of the mental stuff. I promise the delay was not me trying to avoid accountability, it was just me trying to avoid another mistake. I have never meant any disrespect to the native and indigenous communities. I just picked all the wrong words, and I am so fucking sorry.
Just picked all the wrong words. I am Two-Spirit. Me and my great wolf walk side by side through Texas selling necklaces to idiots on the internet.
My second point, when it comes to the Wilbur and Shovel situation.
Yeah, well, like, the reason Wilbur wouldn't want to acknowledge Tyler outright is because the acknowledgement means that Tyler gets a little bit closer. You don't want... If you're Wilbur, you don't want Tyler to know that you know of Tyler. Because that would make Tyler emboldened.
Firstly, please understand.
I'm trying to wean myself off of the Trump impression, but his mannerisms are actually so fucking funny that it works its way into my normal speech. Like, I say many such cases so often, it's crazy.
There's really no good way to say any of what needs to be.
Or what was the one where it's like I don't care about Americans' financial situations. I don't think about it. It doesn't affect me at all.
Sad. Honestly, I probably should have just never commented on any of it at all. But when I posted that video...
He's taking me over. I need a spray tan.
2.5 years ago?
Many Such Cases is a really good one. That's honestly an all-timer. Dude, millennials still talk about Covfefe, but like they're missing out. There's some really good ones in there. There's a whole Wikipedia page of the names he's called people. You know, it's like Kami Mum Dummy, Sleepy Joe, Shifty Shift.
There was still a lot of confusion, and the only reason I posted that video was because there were multiple people asking me my opinion. And at the time, there was a lot of harm.
Thank you, Kanye. Very cool.
just from the communities and fandoms surrounding this.
You get a new cam and your orange is fuck. I contribute to a 50-foot gold statue of Diesel. I say many such cases because of you. I didn't know it came from Trump. That's so fucking funny. Yes, many such cases is a Trump thing. Hold on. Fucking here. Hold on. All right, let's see if I can get like a list of quotes. This was in 2016, some of these. Holy shit. There's so many of these. There's like a list. When was this? This was May 11th. Okay. There was the Kafefe one.
Recently, second term.
Oh, there was the plane crash DEI. The DEI thing. Let's see. Ask who signed a deal with Mexico and Canada. He did.
President Trump is not ruling out a third presidential
Dude, I just need a list, dude. What is this? I don't want this stuff. Just give me a list of the funny stuff. There's so much we'll never know, chat. There's so much we'll never know. You know, I don't think plastic is going to affect the shark very much. You know, they're munching their way through the ocean. Dude, Donald Trump has like this crazy like hate of windmills. That's another one. Dude, he's a genuine Don Quixote. They're dangerous. You know, you see what's happening up in Massachusetts, that area with the whales. The windmills, they're driving away the whales. It's crazy. My voice is kind of like, I haven't streamed in a while, so my voice is kind of like stressed right now at about 3 hours in, so like I can't do as good of a Trump right now.
Stayed away from anything other than Shelby's statement, because with anything else I just felt that there wasn't enough information and a lot of conflicting information that I didn't fully understand and didn't want to speak on because I didn't understand it.
What's another one? They're not sending their best. They're not sending their best is one of my favorites as well.
And because I saw a lot of people treating Wilbur's statement as an admission of guilt, when to me it did seem genuine, and like he honestly didn't understand the extent of the harm he had done and was doing therapy and stuff to be better in the future, I felt very strongly about the way it was being treated from an outside perspective, and I saw a lot of uninvolved people getting hurt. And while my intention with that video was to reduce harm, I wound up letting my own perspective and interpretation kind of take over the video. Things that got left out, things that didn't need to be left in.
All right, listen, Tyler. Clearly not an actual apology. Never going to be an actual apology. So this is some archived post from Tyler Catastrophe's Tumblr before he deactivated it. Can I be honest now? I can't stand Shovel. Like, in general, not a fan. Uh-oh. If Shelly Shovel has no haters, assume I never existed. Because I'd still be hating from the grave. That's crazy. Dude, actually fucking could not stand the girly pop plowing Wilbur Soot in his dirty-ass apartment. I wish Wilbur Soot would call me baby. I just say words, and I live by that. Hashtag manifest or whatever, Lamau. Age-appropriate crushing for the win. Okay. We can just call it crushing. Making it age appropriate calling it age appropriate crushing makes it sound a little weirder than it needs to be. This is like Germa fans hating Holly. There are people that don't like Holly. That's crazy. That's fucking wild. Someone should tell Lovejoy to hire me as a trumpeter for their North American tour. so my 15 years of experience can get the best use possible. While the person they've had on tour so far is great and very skilled, and I'm very jealous of their ability to play the saxophone. So I definitely have no problem playing second to them. You know what's funny about this is that it's on one hand, this is all like I'm parasocially in love with Wilbur Soot. On the other hand, it's like my dream has been to be a professional working artist, but instead I'm just a fat fucking unemployable chud. uh. There are people who firmly believe Jerma is gay, so they hate Holly because she's holding him back from living his gay life. I hate that that sounds like a fucking Jerma bit. I was wrong. Tyler's actual Tumblr has been found. Have you ever seen a niche internet drama get really confused really quickly? You're telling me, brother. You're telling me. I basically been there, done that. Look up the source and just wonder how the hell this drama happened, because right now it looks like a lot of people just made some shit up about a guy and ran with it. Well, you know. If Shell up, and here's some of the other ones from earlier. Wilbur Soot should call me baby. Jerma did make everyone bisexual on his island. That's the closest it'll ever be to true. Being disabled in a very specific way. Jerma and Vinny are my Zoomer David Letterman, I'm afraid. Dude, it's actually really funny because I watched Jerma, Vinny, and Northern Lion, and those are my go-tos. Okay? And I've been watching Vinny since I was like a teenager. All right? Like I was watching Vinny over a decade ago. Is that if Vinny heard that, he would die, okay? Dude, Norts would permanently take over his body. I'm in constant level of pains at all time. And my body just stops breathing if I'm not actively telling it to. But I'm still very capable of lifting heavy objects if their starting point isn't on the floor. Or even going on moderate length hikes if I have a cane handy. So, like, I think I could carry a few of my wheelchair friends in the event of emergency. But there's also the thought I'll probably be a wheelchair user by the time I'm 30. I don't know, man. Life is weird. Don't get hit by cars. Listen, I'm a genuine car hater, so I get it. I'd give anything for people to stop telling small business owners to just get a job every time they express that they're facing business difficulties. All right, pause. Pause. I'm gonna stolen valor you right here, because as a small business owner, I am busy literally 24/7. It is actually fucking the worst thing ever. That is the most miserable part. Obviously, I enjoy it, but holy shit, is it stretching me thin. But you are not a small business owner. You want your side hustle to be your main hustle, okay? But you make farmers market trinkets and you pretend it's a job while you lounge around all day and eat hot chip, okay? That is not a business. You don't run a business. And I don't care if you have the paperwork that says it's a business. I don't think that's a business. I don't think it is. And also, if you are having financial difficulties while running your business, you should close your business or get a job. I promise you, your comments are so fucking unhelpful. It actually made me want to scrub my face with diamond grit sandpaper. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Biting you, biting you, biting you. TikTok has been my job for 3 years. What do I do now? Well, there's no way you're making more than 30 grand a year on TikTok. And that is me being generous. At most, you maybe make $15,000 a year on TikTok, okay? You are making Uber Eats delivery driver wages on TikTok. I'm going to be 22 next month, which is weird, especially when you consider the fact that I'm getting absolutely murked by the white lady in a Lexus to make me realize I was live at all. So, you know, ups and downs. It just had to be a white lady who hit you, huh? This would have been a totally different conversation had it been a black guy, huh? TikTok is my job. Pack it up. Yeah, yeah, it's a fries in the bag ass moment. Not gonna lie. Reenact what happened. Oh my god. That's actually funny. All right, well done, well done. People found a car accident. Okay. And it's unavailable. Fuck you, TikTok. Fuck you. TikTok and their terms of service, dude. Stuff goes up and down like no tomorrow. It's crazy. This would never happen in Xi Jinping's TikTok. Larry Ellison, you fucking Scrooge. I can blame an American now, so it's better. So a giant truck, you gotta understand, I had a very Chinese time in my life. So a giant truck rear-ended my motorcycle today, and I'm really glad I saw him coming and held the brake. Wait, so a giant truck rear-ended my motorcycle today? What? Fucking Tyler Catastrophe used to be driving motorcycles? And I'm really glad I saw him coming and held the brake a bit longer than normal because I almost ended up in the middle of a no-light intersection. The only real damage was a reflector on my license plate. But I was pretty shaken up because of the PTSD from my last crash is pretty fresh. Wait, what? What? What are you talking about, Ty? Wait, if Tyler's had this car accident if Tyler got injured by getting hit in a car accident 7 years ago, that would mean that they got hit in like 2019, 2020. So they're driving a motorcycle while disabled? What? They shouldn't, if they need a cane to walk, they shouldn't be driving a fucking motorcycle. Why are you driving a fucking motorcycle if you have trouble standing on your own 2 legs? You need to be able to balance yourself. The only real, blah, 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 was a PTSD from my last crash is still pretty fresh. But the driver was an older black gentleman. Okay, I know I was making a joke earlier about the white lady in the Lexus, but it is actually very fucking funny that you are like, actually, well, you know, it was a very polite black gentleman who almost killed me in this motorcycle car accident. We're really actually doing bike cuck car crash etiquette right now? Are we really doing that? It's a fucking moped, not a motorcycle. Is this about to get racist? I mean, I don't want to... Look, man. She is definitely he is definitely profiling. Excuse me. Sorry, that was the de-wokening in me. But there is no universe where they should be driving that. But yes, this is getting racist. This is racist. this is a bike cuck situation, if you will. The gentleman, he was super apologetic and explained that his brakes have been acting up. He had misjudged the distance and handed me a $100 bill. I'm honestly just glad he hit me, not some other white person. Oh, 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 okay. Oh, 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 we're doing that, huh? Oh, what? You know, it's not good to profile people, and to inversely positively profile black people is just as demeaning. So Tyler's one of the good ones, huh? Oh boy. I'm honestly just glad he hit me and not some other white person, because I know a lot of people in Dallas would have immediately called the police, and I know I would never involve the cops in anything I do. You're bike cuck. You're bike cuck. You're bike cuck. This was 2021, guys, okay? There was like a racial reckoning in the United States, all right? You gotta understand that Tyler is just being one of the good ones. Yeah, Tyler, non-racist people would just not even mention that the man was black. Exactly. I know I would never involve the cops in anything I do. I just hope he takes it as a side to get his brakes fixed, because I have a feeling that he won't get so lucky twice. I probably should light a candle. That's racist. That was just racist. Oh boy, that was 2021. Yeah. So just so you guys know, Tumblr celebrates the Ides of March as a holiday. And if you're like really, really unaware, that's when Julius Caesar was stabbed to death. You know, the whole Et tu, Brutus thing, that's where that happened, okay? Anyway, the Ides of March is definitely my favorite holiday. But it really can't be matched on any other site. Made my signature great day to remember that Caesar had a coming joke one time on TikTok and got suicide baited by a 16-year-old who called herself Julius Caesar's lesbian wife. Shit's wild out there. Any day, what a great day to remember Caesar had it coming. Uh-oh. This one is bad, isn't it?
So I'm currently on a beating roll, and I made this necklace. If it'll focus. See, absolutely wonderful. Love it. But the stone I used is called kunzite. And saying the word kunzite makes me feel like I'm saying something I should not be saying.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's like if I was like saying, oh my god, I love raccoons, but I don't want to say the word raccoons because it sounds like a different word. It's like... Is there like a racist genie sitting inside you or something? What's going on?
At all.
No, nobody thinks that unless they're like, you know, trying to do a cheeky little like bad joke or something.
Why would they name things like this?
Why did they make? It's probably a very good reason.
I look too white to be saying words like that.
Which slur are we invoking here? COON is the word we are invoking.
But it's so pretty.
Say it one more time.
Help.
Damn.
So I'm currently on a...
Saw a Tumblr post where a person said, don't call raccoons, raccoon tails the scenic secretary. That's not even how you say kunzite. What's the pronunciation on that? What's the etymology? What's the etymology on that? Oh, brother.
I have been disabled for 5 years by all standards except the government's. That's kind of what
Well, I don't want to be that guy, but that's one of the big ones.
happens when you take an SUV to the ribcage at 50 miles an hour. It's also the reason I had to drop.
How are you not dead? You're in great condition for someone who was hit at near highway speeds.
Go to college and give up my real passion, which is music. And it's also the reason I cringe anytime anyone asks me why I started doing the jewelry. Because that's the sort of thing that puts a wet blanket over an otherwise normal conversation. I have been disabled for 5
Let's see. Fun fact, I'm actually a fairly accomplished lyricist and published poet. What accomplishments do you have? I'm curious. I got rid of all the trophies in college, or I'd show you pictures. All right. It's not like I have my degree up on the wall or anything. But, like, if you're a published author, I should be able to look up your ISBN for like whatever you were in. All right, it shouldn't be that difficult. Let's see. This one looks like it's gonna be good. One thing I hate about being white is that it feels so incredibly separated from the culture that I could be a part of if I didn't assume I was white, but that I was lying when I tell them I'm actually half Portuguese. Like, my siblings and I have the exact same parents, but my little sister looks Hispanic, and I'm a carbon copy of my pasty red-headed mother. We went to Mexico as kids for a family reunion, and Border Patrol tries to accuse us of smuggling my sister over the border because of how dark she got in a week while we were there. And I and my brothers burned like lobsters. And I had just been... So what is, like, the Brazilian take on people from Portugal? Do they count as, like, Latin or not? Because they mentioned Portugal, not Brazil. Unless they're just stupid. White passing Portuguese person. Like, when I think of a Portuguese person, I think of a conquistador, but the conquistador is definitely white. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. And I had just been talking about that disconnect with my friend, who is Mexican, but people assume she's Asian for whatever reason, so she gets it. But not a few hours later, a coworker and I went to get dinner after work, and I complimented a guy's jacket, and we were exchanging pleasantries, as one does. And I have no idea what made him ask, but he asked if I was from Mexico. And when I told him that no, I'm actually Portuguese, he was super interested, and said that it made sense, which, one, no one has ever asked anything other than white, and two, I was so overwhelmed with gratitude for that moment that I ended up thanking him for making my night as I left, and my terrible day was instantly better. Portuguese people are mostly white and racist by Brazilian standards. Oh, brother. Yeah, Italian 2.0. Where is Portugal? Europe? White. That's a good way to set that barometer, I think. Oh my gosh. Here's Wilbur talking about it. I need to delete some of these tabs. My entire browser is lagging. We gotta reduce. I'm using all my dedicated WAM right now. So all this WAM on my Minecraft server. There we go. Let's get rid of some more. I'll be able to read the font, read the text. That's why I call Portugal Racism Island when my friends say they are going there. All right. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Well, fuck me. Fuck you, TikTok. You're cringe. The amount of times that this has happened on stream. Oh my god. Here's the latest one. Let's post it to the thread. The same way Brazilians are yeah, Portugal is not Hispanic because they don't speak Spanish, guys. Come on. The same way Brazilians are Latino, but not Hispanic. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like the Latino part is more important than the Hispanic part. At least, like, I feel a lot more kinship with people from, like, Central and South America and the Caribbean than I do from, like, people in other places. I don't know. Even though, like, the cultures could be, like, different, there's, like, enough similarities that, like, I feel comfortable around Latinos, like, in general. right? Because I definitely, and I've talked about this on stream before, I don't feel white. I didn't have like the white experience growing up, or at least from what I hear. Because I was definitely like treated as like the quote unquote minority friend. And then there was also like, I didn't recognize that until like I was older, but there was like a little bit of exoticism with me. Dude, the Tyler Catastrophe thirst traps are crazy. Tyler Catastrophe thinks he's so hot too. That's crazy. This is what Tyler Catastrophe also had to say about the Wilbur stream, even though I don't have the clip. Yes, I have seen the clip from the Wilbur stream. I'm very grateful he said something before the song releases, especially because it probably would have been really sucked for me if he hadn't. But it also really sucks that he needed to. Either way, I know a lot of people wouldn't have ever said anything. So the fact that he did say something, I very much appreciate and always will. I still wish him and the band all the best, even if the one new song will probably be difficult to listen to for a while. Oh my god. It's the neckbeard. Yeah, the neckbeard really needs to go. It really is doing no favors whatsoever. It's really bad. Here it is. Okay, thank you. Odie's on the ball tonight. Aren't you in class or something? Like, bro is in college right now, being like, "Hold on, I got the TikTok slap you need."
And I know what a lot of you are thinking, because obviously I've seen what people are saying on the internet, and no, it's not about a specific person. And if I can be quite frank, I think the way that
You're not Frank. Your name's Wilbur.
Parasocial relationships needs to be something that's discussed, but the way some people go about talking about this person online makes me a bit fucking sick. It's kind of bullying. It's kind of ridiculous, and this is just my.
Is Diesel not Latino? No, I'm Latino and Hispanic. I'm Latino and Hispanic, and I am Caribbean. If I was Mexican, I would not be Caribbean.
Way of saying I'm not going into it, and I think that the people making fun of this person, a lot of them are just as parasocial, and I think everyone needs to take a good look inwards, all right, and figure themselves out. Yeah, you stare long enough into the abyss, and the abyss.
I do not understand people simping for Wilbur. If you like, he has the Tumblr sexy man build. He really does, because he's a tall, lanky, thin British man with a posh accent. That is total Tumblr sexy man apparel. But, like I said, he is also English, so he is balding, and you can tell he is. Diesel's just a little cocktail of ethnicities. Well, you know, I'm Dominican, I'm not black.
Stares back into you.
British accents turn me off. I fucking love a British accent. Double points if the British accent is also attached to somebody super hot. The Biter of Brighton. Dude, everybody was talking about Jack the Ripper when they should have been talking about the Brighton Biter. Oh, shit. Diesel, I pulled your cards. Somebody, I got red.
Brother Diesel, let me speak to you.
Oh, shit.
We are tired of some honky from some European country that speaks with some zest pretending to be colored tired. Brother Diesel, speak with me.
Why did that one come through, but none of the other ones did? I don't understand why that worked. Why is that the one that got read out? Why did that get read? Some honky from some European country that speaks with some zest. Well, like, I don't think the zest is like, are you gay or European type thing, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You know? I like an accent. I think I just like it when they're foreign, I think. I think that's it. I think that's just me. Low key, we all want Beckett. Beckett is a very handsome man. He really is. Okay, so my cards were red. Thank you for this, Pinker. I don't even know if Pinker's still watching stream, but thank you. But Pinker said, Diesel, I pulled your cards, haha. They say while you've been dealing with challenges in your pursuits, you lead by intuition, and it serves you well. Your hardships will pass, and keep moving forward. Okay. Alright. Well, I will believe that, because I need it. I need it, so I'm ready. Wilbur admitted to biting, not abuse. Plus, biting isn't even the worst people can do. Parentheses, Holocaust is much worse. That's so true, sister. That's so true. Wilbur Soot could have been much worse. God, that's so fucking funny. Yeah, so, yeah, before I go, fucking, this is what I've been talking about. Somebody posted it in Drama Talk, so I figured I'd just pull it up. Stream Elements raised 120 million in total and is shutting down. Now we know where the money went. 25% went to salaries, no problem here. Labor is often important, the highest cost of a business. People deserve to be paid. 25% to server hosting. Again, yes, expensive. 50% to BOS system. 50 million dedicated to funding prospective advertising tool. They placed a 50% bet on a new unproven tech for the streaming industry, probably to attract venture capital. Yeah, so here's one of the things that Stream Elements did. They tried to like connect you with sponsors, but I never got any bites for it, and I definitely make enough views that it should have happened for streaming. People say they built the same thing for just 250K. The comment makes a great point. Fan crowdfunding won't resolve the underlying financial issues for SE. Sometimes they made a big fancy bet. Advertisers pulled away from Twitch due to bots, and that was an existential problem for SE. Not sure how to feel about this yet. Businesses need to place bets, but 50% is massive. Well, even that, it's like 25% went to salaries, but they also bloated their staff. Like, they added 200 new staff members. I'm not saying that people shouldn't have, like, a living wage. Absolutely they should, but, like, that's insane. I don't know if that business needed to have more, like, so many people. It's crazy. But yeah, it definitely does seem like a bad management thing, and it's fucking everything up. I literally don't know what I'm going to use. There truly is no other alternative to Stream Elements. I might learn more about StreamerBot, but StreamerBot doesn't have alert boxes, so I don't really know where I'm going to get that, and YouTube hasn't added tools for alert boxes. So they really need to do that. Yeah, and also the direct dono thing is, like, really important, because YouTube takes, like, a huge cut. So, like, Seraph donated like, literally an insane amount of money, and I will get all of that. But if it was YouTube, I would not, you know? So, it's like it would be like a humongous dent, you know? I like live pics in Brazil. It uses pics so it doesn't tag people, and people can send voice messages. Yeah. I'll need to look around. I'll need to look around and test some stuff out. I don't know. It'll be a bitch, but, you know, you move. Well, that seems like it's it for Tyler Catastrophe. This was a really fun one. I enjoyed this. It wasn't, like, super serious. It was nice and chill. Yeah, I think Streamlabs has their version. Yeah, but unfortunately, Streamlabs fucking blows. But I might have to go back to them. Who knows? I'll look around, like I said. Yeah, thank God this wasn't as bad as, like, a Chud the Builder. Whenever I cover incels, I'm like... It's like I smoked a pack of cigarettes. If not, Ko-Fi is good, yeah. But that still doesn't help me for alerts. But... yeah, like, the Chud the Builder was like... damn, should really read my threads more or something. Yes, Odie, I will read your threads more. You did amazing work. Thank you so much. Low stakes point and laugh drama. Yeah, I needed it. I really did. I know we hate them, but Streamlabs still exists. Yeah. Yeah, I need it, but yeah, I definitely needed something light. This is way more fun than Denki Jabo's vid. Yeah, because I'm not being performatively, like, upset about Tyler. Because Tyler is ultimately like a little freak weirdo. All right, I'm not gonna be, worried for Wilbur Soot's safety. I don't give a shit. Wilbur Soot could get hit by a car, much like Tyler Catastrophe, and it wouldn't change a thing about my day. Wilbur Soot could be hit by a car driven by Tyler Catastrophe, and it wouldn't move me, So that's where I'm at with all that, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm gonna fucking crash now. And I will not be live tomorrow because I am working a shift. I may be live Wednesday morning. It's kind of up in the air. Shit's been really busy. I'm hoping after this week to have a more consistent schedule for streaming. Like I said, shit's been rough. I just need to get through this and then like a few other little foibles, and then everything should be good. That's pretty much what my time is like. So just so everyone knows what I'm doing. I do post stuff on like Mana Potion Tabletop like every fucking week. So you should try it out if you haven't gone to the Mana Potion Tabletop YouTube channel. Because there'll be a video this week. So there's that. All right, bye.